Hello, guys and gals, and welcome. Welcome. So, I got a little bit of time before I go to work, and you know what? I was considering just rolling over and going back to sleep before work, but you know what? I like you guys too much. I wanted to come on here and do some streaming. Looks like we got a couple people in chat. Oh, they just disappeared. Oh, man. That's sad. Saw me, how and Bob in there. No, they ran away from me. They ran. It's Ginger, run away. I don't know. I make fun. Let's get some music bumping. Might as well get some music bumping. Gotta get some music bumping. Gonna get some music bumping. Alright, so we were working on... Last I left off, we were working on basically getting some Sunder charms. That's what we're working on. I got a couple hours, so we're gonna get some farming in. Let's see if I can get some of these Sunder charm alarms. Need a couple Sunder charms, my friend, so I can go to the end. Oh yeah, we got a major upgrade last time while we were doing Terrorized Andy. We got this bad boy, Norge Tenderizer. Oh, we've been tenderizing some monsters, y'all. Oh, yes, we've been tenderizing the monsters. Let me show you how tenderized they get when you hit them with the Norge Tenderizer. Let me give you a little example. Bop, bop. No, come back. What are you running for? Y'all wanted to start this. Yeah, come on back. I'm just standing right here. I'm gonna hit this. Look, boom. Oh, tenderized. Ultra tenderized. Didn't get more tender than a bunch of ice chunks on the floor. I think that's pretty tenderized to me. It's about as tenderized as you need to be. It's a little more tenderized, honestly. I think most people enjoy. But you know, neither here nor there. It's okay if you don't like it. But I got a big mace gonna hit you in the face. Got the Norge Tenderizer gonna oh yeah. What's on TZ? What is that? Ooh, the pit. Alright, let's go to the pit, boys. You know what? Let's grab the Murky Merc. Let's see if he can hang. He might be able to hang in the pit. I don't know. It's been a little rough for him. Woo. Amp damage. There you go. A couple distractions. Works a world of wonders. Alright, let's get into the pit. Grab my Merc real quick. See if he can hang with me. His gear's not bad, so I don't know why he can't hang.
What can I do for you?
What's up, Darkado? What's up, Aggro? Oh yeah, another major find that I got yesterday, major find, was the Maras. We got a freaking Maras yesterday. That was really solid. Super solid. What's up, Meow? I thought you ran away from me. I saw you guys in here. And then y'all left.
I was just grabbing me raffle win.
Oh yeah. You won the barb, the full barb.
Yep, the only time I've ever won one. But at least it was a good one.
Meow the hacker. The
I
heckler.
normally never win.
Meow the heckler. I'm tenderizing things with my Nord's tenderizer.
Very weird.
Nothing wrong with a little tenderizing. What's wrong with a little
Whatever floats
tenderizing?
your boat.
You don't tenderize your meat?
Eh.
I need some frozen pizzas around. Send me a bunch of frozen pizzas, man.
They're in my freezer. What's effort?
It's effort, he says.
Enigma Sacred Armor. Style point.
Superior Thresher. How superior is it? How superior is it? Not very superior. Check that war stave. +3 to fireball, +1 to chain lightning. +3 to fireball could make a good session.
Yeah, but I don't know, I think you'd want something a bit better.
I don't have a fireball sorceress right now. All I have is a vengeance paladin and a lightning or chain lightning sorceress specifically.
Chain lightning sorceress is fun. Just watching the chains go everywhere, it's great fun.
Oh yeah, it works really good for AoE. It's not the greatest for single target, but I use like static
Yeah,
fields
Struggles for single.
and I use charge bolts. Charge bolts actually work really good for single.
Oh yeah, the shotgunning effect's brilliant. Charge bolt build used to be massive back in the day.
Runic talons.
Thought you had your kicks in as well.
This is on my single player account, so
Ah,
haven't really done a whole lot on my single player account yet.
I can't.
Runic talons, 160% enhanced. Kind of high level. They rolled with triple durability. Interesting. 207, I'm pretty sure is triple durability. Where is it double?
I don't know.
Runic talons have a durability of 69. 207 divided by 69. It's 3. Yeah, that's a triple durability item. What the hell was it trying to roll? There is no unique runic talons, is there? This is a level 85 area, so everything technically should have been able to drop here, except for like TC 87
Is
stuff.
Fire Lizard runic talents? The fire,
Maybe it dropped from a regular monster. Maybe that's why.
fire something. The fire claw ones that are rubbish.
Yeah, they're not really the greatest. Those are actually halfway decent, damage-wise. Dude, the way I just like one-shot these guys is hilarious. And they just shatter into 1,000 pieces. Dude, Nord's Tenderizer's got some damage on it. I put a 40% Ruby Jewel in there. It's 364% enhanced. I wouldn't mind finding an ethereal one of these. That'd be pretty solid.
They are pretty decent. Just like lightsabers and all that lot. Like when you're just pounding things, you know.
So
People forget how good they
So
used to
more
be.
specifically, like lightsaber doesn't have any physical damage, so it'd be useless for me.
Well, like Baranas, you know.
Baroneras is okay, like that's all right. But like basically what I'm saying is the physical damage on this thing is so high that it really makes it worthwhile to use.
Sure.
Especially for this character. God, I'm running out of space. God dang you, Ginger of yesterday, leaving all the cleanup work for Ginger of tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm struggling on space too. As I just picked up another character. I'm gonna have to start deleting characters soon as well. I need to go through all my non-ladder ones, try and organize the stash, and then delete characters.
So they did roll unique. There was just no unique to put in that spot. That's basically what happened.
Yeah, I thought
There
it
was
was
no
fire lizards. Is it? Is
No, fire lizards. Fire lizards are the other one. Feral claw.
Is it feral?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, unique feral claw. Well yeah, then I don't get how that, because there isn't a unique. It's kind of weird. I do wish they'd brought out more uniques.
I don't know. I had this idea the other day that it'd be really neat if they had like a they separated out the like the dual wield ability, and they made it so that the dual wield ability was an actual like thing that you put points into, and then they could
That'd be
put
cool.
it as an O skill on stuff so that other classes could have access to dual wield abilities.
Oh, could you imagine a dual wield pally or
Like two dual scepters or something.
dual wield enchant orc? Oh, that'd be so fun. Frenzy dual wield enchant sword. Could you imagine it? I would absolutely play that. Sword
Amethyst.
frenzying around. That'd be great fun. Yeah, there's a lot of. Like, I still think they should do a few updates, like allow sets to roll ethereal, because it'd make them more chase items as well. It's like, because you could find ethereal Tails armor and be like, oh damn, but then you could find, you know, ethereal IK Maul and be like, oh yeah.
What's
You
up,
know.
ZB?
What are you doing, Shadow?
He's being your shadow.
No, she's jumping on stuff she shouldn't.
That too.
Yes.
She's multitask. She can multitask. Don't put her in the incapable of multitasking category.
I don't know. Try and get her to catch a fly and she gets confused.
So your cat's broken. Okay.
What are you doing? Well, it's like I'll show
Why
her
do you got
where
a
a
broken
spider
cat?
is, and she'll stare at it, and then she'll try and play with the spider. The spider will run off, and then she sits and cries at me because the spider ran off. I'm like, she was bloody evil. She's just weird. Isn't ya? You weird. Yeah, meow to you too. Go ahead. There you go. It's like just now she wanted to jump up on the bed, so she tries to jump up over the laptop. It's like, why not just go round to the spot where there's nothing? Like, she's just weird.
It's just instincts.
Yeah, she's just, I just don't get it. It's like she'll walk along the back of the sofa, something will grab her attention, and she'll just topple off because she forgets what she's doing. Like, she's just a doofus. She's ace, but yeah, she's a doofus.
Meow's so mean to his cat. You hear that?
I love my
Calls
cat
his
to
cat a
bits.
doofus.
But
Says
she
his
also
cat's
loves
stupid.
she loves her cuddles and
Says
she's
she gets
friendly.
confused catching a fly. Oh, you
she
can't take
does.
it back now. You can't take it back now. It's too late.
It's like you throw her a treat and it takes her half an hour to find the bloody thing. But she's ace, you know. Ooh. She's a cuddly, happy little one, so that's what makes me happy.
I have a feeling that your conversation with your cat would go very poorly.
Probably.
You ever see the movie Up where the dog can
Yes.
talk?
Yeah.
And the dog's like, Master, am I your pet? Meow would be like, yes, you're my stupid pet. Shut up and sit on my lap.
Probably. I need to watch the new Garfield movie. Let's see if that's any good at some point. Apparently now I need to make a barb, now that I've got a grief and a beast berserker axe.
I like the one, the Up short, where they literally, the little kid attaches the voice modulators to everything.
Oh, that was great.
And the dog is going, dog, and the squirrel is going, squirrel, dog, squirrel, dog, squirrel, dog, squirrel. And they're yelling at each other.
What would you put in a 4-socket grenade though?
Lots of things. It's like the main one that you use for like pretty much half the recipes. Like brand and,
jar, though. So
faith and freaking ice bow and like.
Yeah, ice is more sockets. Be a nice ice bread. I also want to try and make an immortal sork at some point.
I mean, if you can do it, you can do it. A shaco, a 2-socket shaco.
Gladiator's Bane and Gurkies. And...
That's a brown condom. I need a green condom.
No, you need a blue condom.
I definitely don't want a blue one.
They look so cool.
Those are defective.
Defective. They got all in.
Those are defective. God, this Norse Tenderizer makes the game like super easy at this point. Just run around donking everything in the head and it all falls down.
What character are you playing?
Vengeance Pally. A superior cryptic axe. 10% increased durability. Yucky.
I don't know what the best weapon for a Vengeance one is. It'd probably be Astriums, wouldn't it?
It's the highest physical damage that you could get. And ethereal Astrions wouldn't be terrible, but...
Yeah, good luck finding that Zod on single.
Are you kidding me? I got unlimited songs.
Ah, with your little glitch.
Yeah, that's right. With my little glitch. That's right. I decided to keep my burr runes. I got them on a burr rune mule.
Burr rune mule.
Yeah, I'm just jealous that you don't have a burr rune mule. That's all there is to it.
Your mama sat on the like button. Yes, I'm clicking that too. Oh, let's click the your mama one.
I'm gonna do a terribly British version next time. It's gonna be like your mum. Your mum sit on the like button and like...
Your mum said hither and thither. Get the doojank or you will become a doojank. Okay.
It presses the like button or else it gets the hose again.
Get your ass out your face. Thank you. No one wants to see that. Gross. Yeah. Even if your butt is fluffy. Treat. Oh. Treat. You must be home. Let's see what we got. Got cheesy ones.
The cheesy ones.
Yes, these ones are crispy outer coating and then a cheesy soft inner coating.
Man, am I gonna gonna get a Sunder charm anytime. I still haven't gotten a Sunder charm. I farmed all yesterday when I was freaking like when I first got access to the Sunders, and then today it's like they're just like, eh, whatever.
I've struggled to find Sunders this season too.
Add some
This
variables
message
to the
has been
stack.
helpful with you. My nipples look like milk duds, so I guess that's okay. It's not the worst thing we've ever seen.
This message has been held for review. Well,
Yeah.
what were you gonna do if you read that out loud and it was terrible?
It was my nipples look like milk duds.
Sometimes people can't censor themselves properly.
Oh no, I always make sure.
Did you hear about Jack Black getting banned from Australia?
What? Oh wow, what did he do?
Apparently he had some sort of concert down there. I don't know. And, you know, he's got that band of his, what, Tenacious D or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently he was down there doing a concert and he heard about Trump getting shot and he yelled out something like, I can't believe they missed or something like that. And apparently Australia banned him.
Yeah, because they don't want to look, you know, like they're for or against. They want to stay neutral and out the way. Because they rely on America for a lot of stuff.
Apparently his band is like disbanded and like a whole bunch of other crazy stuff. Like it's pretty bad.
Also saw that other guy didn't get done for the murder charges. Baldwin? Alec Baldwin? Alec? Can't remember. I think it was Alec Baldwin.
Jack Black has postponed Tenacious D's remaining concert and announced that all future creative plans are on hold after his bandmate Coglass joked about the attempted assassination of Donald Trump during the recent show in Australia.
Damn. That's what happens though when people can't censor themselves. You know, you say the wrong thing in the wrong place.
I was looking it up, yeah. That's why I wanted to get like the actual information, Rodrigo.
Mm.
I just heard about it recently.
I heard your mother's butt is fluffier than my cat's. Ha! Don't think about that, Shadow. Mm. Which could kill.
Well, that makes me feel a little bit better that Jack Black didn't say it.
And Jack Black's normally pretty mellow, isn't he? Like, he's very boisterous and that, but he's more about his music. Like, you never really see him say anything bad, so.
Who's blaming Iranians?
I think Trump hired the guy himself to make it look like someone was trying to kill him so that he's more likely to get the votes.
Yeah, I don't think that's the case.
But, yeah, probably not. But I really wouldn't put it past him, because if he loses, he's prison for life.
In his most recent showing, I think it was in the Republican National Committee, he was visibly shaken, and he had tears in his eyes. I mean, when somebody tries to kill you, it doesn't sit well with you.
Yeah.
You could obviously tell it wasn't fake. He was visibly shaken about the entire thing.
1 dead and 2 in critical condition. Jesus. Well, yeah, I saw the clip of the shooting, and I was like, Jesus. It wouldn't surprise me how many got hit behind him, because obviously if you're shooting downwards off of the building or something, all them people sat behind him.
The crazy stuff that I've seen is that like they've been finding a bunch of explosives that apparently the guy made. They raided his apartment.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Apparently he had like an apartment full of like guns and weapons. That dude's like 20 years old. Like a lot of that stuff is expensive. And, you know, he didn't purchase it all himself.
Oh no, it's black market stuff, always being funded by something. How did the sniper get on the roof though? Snipers too? I don't know.
Oh, the latest that I heard was even worse. Apparently the it's hard to even say this and like keep a straight face. Apparently the police or the Secret Service or whatever they had was inside the building underneath of him.
Wow.
And apparently a lot of people are just absolutely flabbergasted, me included, because if you've ever been in a trailer or a building with a metal roof of any type,
you can hear it.
You can hear everything. Like rain hits the roof, you hear it. A pine cone hits the roof, you hear it. Like there's pretty much nothing that happens in a scenario like that where like the freaking like somebody's on top. If somebody was crawling on top of the roof, like with a rifle in their hand, dragging the rifle across, you would hear every single thing that was happening on top of that roof. If they were really inside the building, they should have heard all of it. They'd be like, "Is there somebody on the roof?" And they should have radioed and be like, "Is there anybody on the roof of such and such building?" And then they would have said no, and they should have immediately went up there and checked.
Weird, right? So either his people were slacking, or they weren't there when they were supposed to be.
I don't know. There's a lot of people who are calling for, you know, like it's so it doesn't make any sense, you know, like there's just
Should be a big inquiry.
Yeah. Well, there's just too many inconsistencies in what was going on. Too many failures. Like it's not just one failure. It's like failure after failure after failure.
Well, I even noticed when they they pulled him off the stage, they kept letting his head go higher than them. They're meant to block his full body and head so that if the shooter tries to shoot again, no one can hit him. Like, it was like they weren't doing it properly. I really don't know.
I mean, like if we go over the failures one by one, I mean, there's so many of them. It's hard to keep track of them all. But like the first failure was basically that the guy got to shoot at all. Like he shouldn't have been able to shoot.
No, they should have had eyes on every high position.
That should have been that should never have happened. Like him being able to shoot in the first place. The only successful thing that happened was the anti-sniper team like taking him out after.
Oh, did they kill him?
So they got him almost immediately after he fired his shot, which is good.
Well, that's good, yeah.
However,
but
the fact that he was able to shoot at all is bad.
Did the guy die?
Yes, he's dead.
See, it's also a shame because now they can't interrogate him and see who. Because I get a lot of people don't like Trump, but you don't just grab a gun and go and try and assassinate him, you know? Like, there's got to be something behind it. Is there, you know, is it a larger organization or... And now they won't know. Unless they can find evidence of it.
Okay, Crusader's bow needs to go here. Bone weave needs to go in here. Trying to get rid of some of this stuff. So the first failure was that he was able to fire it all. That was the first failure. A lot of like Secret Service agents and things like that have been retired that do like consulting at this point. Like they all pretty much said the same thing. They were shocked that the person was able to fire. That he was able to fire a shot at all.
He shouldn't have even been able to get up there. They should have had.
And some other people were talking about how like it was, you know, seemed to be like it was crazy that he was even able to get up on top of the roof. That was another.
Yeah, because they should have had all entrances blocked off to any high positions, or at least monitored.
Exactly, and so like that was another one of the failures, which was there was only like one or two high places within range of.
And they should have had them.
There was only like the one building set, and then I think there was a water tower, which some people I think have been talking about like a second shooter on the water tower or something. I have no clue anything.
I could understand if it was the middle of a city and there's tons of high rises. Yeah, I could understand someone getting a shot off because it's very hard to control the whole area.
Well, the second failure is that they didn't cover the building. Like they didn't cover the only other high area that they could have covered.
Yeah, which is
The third
ridiculous.
failure was that when they received credible information from basically like hundreds of people around the arena that somebody was on the roof, they basically did nothing
didn't do anything.
to like
Yeah.
arrest the situation.
Yeah, they should have straight away pulled Trump out the way. And
Another failure is that if they did have eyes on him and they didn't take him out before he fired, that was a failure there too, because they should have taken him out before he fired. If they see somebody crouched down with a rifle on a roof that's not part of any sort of organization, doesn't have an LAPD hat on, or what is it,
yeah,
Pennsylvania State Police Department, doesn't have a Pennsylvania State Police Department hat on, or a Secret Service hat on or something, and they're sitting on a roof somewhere, he probably should have been taken out immediately before
I think
he
the
fired.
other failure was that they didn't get into Trump quick enough.
Well, that was another comment that people made, was that the people who were with him were too small to cover him adequately.
Yes.
That was a comment that
Which
was
is
made,
what I mentioned
and it's
by his
100%
head
true.
coming
They
out.
definitely
Yeah.
are too small to cover him properly.
Yes, you're meant to be able to cover from foot to head, or at least bend him down enough so that you are his shield, essentially. But his head kept coming out. But that was also Trump's fault, because he kept making, what was it, like fight on signs and stuff. It's like,
Have you seen some of the bodyguards for Putin and for like some of the Russian like the Chinese presidents and
yeah.
stuff? They're like 6'9", and they're built like freaking linebackers.
yeah, because they
Like,
want
they're
them
meant
to
to-
cover their full body.
Well,
Yeah.
they're meant to block things, and they're decked out in like the best
Yeah.
Kevlar body armor that the money can buy, because at that point, like some people were like, well, why don't they have shields to hold up? And like you don't understand, their body is the shield. They're wearing very
Yeah.
high class body armor specifically for the purposes of absorbing those shots when they have a chance. Like that's what they're for. But if you have somebody who's like 5'3" and tiny, like what is she blocking?
It's not gonna
What is
help.
he blocking?
Yeah.
Like they're not
Exactly.
blocking anything.
They also reacted quite slowly, I think, to actually like getting him down and out the way.
See, I don't really care what happened after the shots were fired, because it was
Well,
the luck.
as
It
the
was the
shots were
luck.
being fired.
It was the luck of the gods that he survived that anyway. Like the people have put like these visualizations of like a head turning and how he turned his head at the exact moment, and the bullet flying by, and basically if he hadn't turned his head, the bullet would have literally penetrated like the back part of his skull and exited like the other part of his skull here, so it would have went like through his brain, the whole entire back part of his brain. And so with him turning his head just barely at the last second, that's the only reason he survived. So he didn't survive because the Secret Service, like
No, he survived out of sheer luck.
he survived out of sheer luck. The Secret Service basically did nothing. After the shots were fired and he would have already been dead, they would have rushed on the thing and covered his dead body. I mean, that's the sad thing, is that like the Secret Service failed miserably. They failed on every account. They failed to actually like stop the shooter from shooting. They failed to adequately cover the locations where the shooter could shoot from. They failed to like react to information that was given to them before the shooter fired. The counter sniper team failed to shoot before the sniper shot. And granted, they shot after the sniper shot, which was good that the sniper was shut down afterwards, because if he had continued to shoot, he would have killed a lot more people. Not even just the president. The president might have been safe because they dogpiled on top of him, but more people would have died in the audience.
Yeah, because he would have just kept shooting because he knew he was a dead man. It's sad though that people get to that sort of mental state of killing others. I just don't get how you could push yourself to kill people. Like I get war and stuff, like it's drilled into you and you're trained for it. But even
Well, I mean,
then,
I think it's even more
hard.
important to say that he doesn't know him. Like the whoever
Yeah,
this killer was, I
exactly.
don't even care what his name is. Like he doesn't know the president or the former president. He doesn't know him.
It must take a lot.
I don't know him. You guys don't know him. Like we don't know what's truly.
But you
in
wouldn't
his-
just
in
go
his
pick
mind.
up a gun and
So like it's not like he's got like a beef with him on a personal level. Like
Exactly.
like Trump came over and like keyed his car and like threw his baby out the window. Like, I mean, it's not like he had a personal vendetta against him as far as we know anyway. This is just something that he formed from who knows, news articles, media,
That's like
demonization of people through the media.
Crazy.
I mean, I think, and this is just my personal opinion, I think if you demonize someone enough in the media, you basically make them look like the devil enough, eventually somebody who's naive and maybe even a little mentally handicapped is probably going to take that as the truth and act on it.
Just crazy.
I'm trying to get all this doojanks out of here. Let's put you in there. Let's put you in there. Definitely don't need the claws until I actually want to make an assassin. You can sit in here too.
I was thinking of maybe trying to poke us on at some point with the self-wheeled infinity. Because they look pretty dang cool. See how much a griffin's going
Well,
for.
crap that.
Griffins. Ladder.
Alright, let's get some more of this stuff milled off. Found a freaking razor time. That's gonna come in handy when I do a.
Oh, they're
character.
amazing for. Amazing little weapon.
Oh, really nice for a new character day.
1918 for a burr.
On a one socket Natalia's. Ugh.
What's the max rolls on a Griffin's? Is it 20 what? 2020? I don't know.
2015, I think.
How's that one 1918? It must be soft 2 or something. It's annoying that Tradery doesn't tell you the item what it is without the rainbow facer in it, or what the rainbow facer is in it. Kind of bugs me. It's like this one's got a rainbow facer in it. It's a 1918. It's like, well, you don't know what the actual base item is.
Where is my orphan's call?
1950 for 5 jar. No chance.
I beat hell to get Sunders. That's what I'm working on right now. So I got Wilhelm's Pride, and I got Wilhelm's Winston's Guard. There we go. So we got 2 pieces of the orphan set.
1614 for a burr. I still think it's better to go for the highest enemy light res. I'm not too fussed about the skill damage. 2 enemy lightning res. Let's put that in the stats. Let's put 19. That's the minimum.
Chippy Bippy. Not unique pole arms. Not maces. Angelic shirt. Okay, my case set. Let's go ahead and throw that in there.
Why is everyone asking for jars?
There you go. 2 IK helmets so far. Do I have a unique axis? I don't know if I do. I think I do have a unique axis because I think I got chieftain and stuff in there. Yeah, we'll put blade bone in there too. Your last name is Berber. Well, you should go buy 2 burrs from the rune patches on my store at ggmentor.com.
I'm just gonna make a game need Griffin off a burr. Let's see who pops in.
think I have a gnats set yet, so let's create a gnats set.
What makes a mal? Is it 2 ists or 2 ops?
Yeah, there's a limit on PS5 and Xbox and Nintendo Switch for some reason. I don't know why they limit the number of characters that you can make, but they do. They limit the number of characters you can make. 100%.
Would you even need griffins with a self-wheeled infinity on?
It's just extra negative res. I mean, gets you more negative res. More negative res is more negative res.
True. It's very true.
How much? Here, I'll link it to you. There you go, CB. And there's a discount code. It's 15% off. Get yourself some burr runes. Who the hell is Jacob Shepard?
Shepherd?
And why do you have a mod to do jank, sir? I don't even know who you are. Dude, I'm so thirsty. I'm so thirsty. The only cold drink in here is a root beer, so I guess I'm drinking a root beer. Good. Delicious. Yeah, get the charging phone. I'm gonna need you later. Alright, what the hell was I doing next? We need to go back to my mule. I need to off-mule some of this stuff. I've got Muley McMuleface, Muleo McMuleface, and I also have
But you don't have your mum as
Face
a mule.
McMulotron. I know you guys are jealous of Face McMulotron.
You should have your mum mule.
We need to go to gem jewels. I'm gonna off-build the jewels. I'm trying to keep as many jewels as I can for crafting purposes. Just keep shoving them in there. Eventual goal is to have as many crafting jewels as I possibly can get my hands on, so like 9 max. Tacker takes, oh yeah, that one, that one, that one, that one. I actually have 1 belt to craft. Let's keep 1 in here for the belt. Oh yeah, we're not using the angelic set anymore. We can put the angelic stuff back on the angelic mule. Well, best time to get it now is while I have the discount code up. Discount code's not going to be there forever. My eventual plan is to remove the discount code and leave them at their normal price. I don't really make much off of them with the discount code up. 15% off is a pretty good discount. I could go over how the pricing structure works on Fourth Wall, but and it's pretty simple without getting into like too much details. Basically what it involves is the product has a base price and then I make like a little bit of money off of it. Also, I try not to lose money on the objects either. That's also important. Sometimes when people buy stuff, I literally lose money on them, which sucks. So I basically set like how much I want to make on each product, but I think right now I'm making like $1. They're kind of expensive. I need an infernal set. Mule. Don't really like the infernal set, but I want to collect all the sets, so we're going to do that. Maybe one day I'll include my single player file in my hero editor. That'll be fun. Because these will all be actual found items, legitimately. Nothing cheated, basically. Since I'm not using hero editor on this this playthrough. Maybe some exploited items, but exploited items are still found within the game, so technically they're still legitimate. Berber. That's pretty cool, Berber. Your name is Berber. I like that. Yeah, there's a lot of ways you could take advantage of that. Have, like, use burrs to your advantage.
I have 3 burrs.
3 burrs?
Yes, but if I'm doing any pokers on, I'll need 2 of them for the infinity.
Wait, one more jewel. It usually won't be a problem because I hoard these jewels like crazy, but I just want to have like a whole mule filled up. I gave away a burr rune yesterday on Twitch. Too bad you weren't online.
I was snoring. I've got stuff I can sell.
So first things first, let's grab a... No, I gave away a burr rune patch.
Ew! I could have stuck it to my cat's head.
Yeah, you can iron it on. You can iron it straight to the kitty.
I can't.
Although you should have done a Zod rune, that way she'd be indestructible.
They've got 9 lives. They pretty much are.
And this should be even more indestructible. So.
Are you immortal kitty? Yes. Oh hi.
Wow, it rolled really low on the life leech, 1%, but it rolled 10% open wounds, 13 strength, 50 life, 16 mana, and 15% lightning resistance. 50 life is a lot of life. It's not like a terrible, god-awful roll. Let's roll this Vampire Fang Belt. I believe this is an Ithrin. 5% faster cast. Frost Nova when struck is nice. Mana, pretty much garbage stats though. Garbage. Is it Meow? Yeah, Meow's in chat with me today. Bob was here earlier too, but Bob disappeared. I don't know where he went.
He only logged in to give me the stuff.
Apparently, Bob's hurt his back. He's having a time with it.
That is not good.
Wow, Thornhawks actually take multiple hits. People offline be cheating in the most weird ways. Apparently, the offline fair zone thing is time based, and it's on a very set schedule. So people have been like deliberately changing their clock,
Time.
like on their like Nintendo Switch and their PlayStations and stuff, to like force it
Get
to be
chaos
specific
and stuff.
times. But then it's also causing other unwanted consequences, which is where it's not saving your account. So like sometimes they go through all that, they farm all those like like Andy runs or whatever, manipulating the clock, and then the game doesn't save. And it's all gone.
That's their own fault.
Well, because with the clock messed up, it doesn't sync with the server properly. So. Anytime, man. I'll send you a special thank you for on Fourth Wall. I can do that. I can send little clips and stuff. Maybe I'll sing a special song about your Berber name. Is that a reason to buy, or is that a reason not to buy? Oh no, an evil song. I mean, technically you don't have to listen to it, so...
Let's do a swappy, because I really need to get rid of some stuff.
Yeah, it's so fun. Just like walking through here, just shattering everything. Stellar runes, I need those. Created the itch to buy more. What kind of itches? What itches do we got? Do we got fleas?
You got fleas.
Probably do. Cody gave it to me. Die. An ogre axe. Ethereal. Oh. Ooh, a stalagmite. Do I do the stalagmite? Stalagmite is a solid early druid weapon. Basically what you do is you just make an insight in it.
Yep, hits hard.
Hits really hard. It's, what is it, only like levels 49? Yeah, it's 49. So you can make like a level 49 insight stalagmite, and it's just, it freaking hits
And
like
you
a
don't need
Mac
any
truck.
shrimp for it either.
No, you could just stack everything into vitality.
What else can I get rid of?
It'd be fun if I want to start up a druid. Yeah, I've already explored this entire map, so I already know where everything is. Hoping for a Sunder charm someday, maybe. Ooh. And this amp has been on me for like 6 years. I was hoping it would just go away on its own, but it is not going away on its own. It's not going away on its own. Yay, oh well. Silly background music. Yeah, I got some lo-fi on. Try playing Switch for a week. I'm on PC. Yeah, I'm on PC. I have my Nintendo Switch set up to play. It's limited to only 4 players though, which is a little rough. But other than that, it's not a bad experience. I used to when I was at work, like on my breaks and stuff like that, I would just do farming runs. I mean, it's really easy just to boot up the Switch, hop in, like, you know, do a couple, like, Pindle runs or whatever, like, you know, Shells with Shank or whatever it is that you want to do. It's pretty easy to just hop in and farm a little bit while you're at work. That's where I found my griffins. And I was literally at work and I was farming. It was like one of the first ladders. And I remember I was farming and I found a freaking Mara's. And I was like, oh great, nobody's gonna believe that I actually found this. They're gonna think I bought it on rmtwebsite.com. Speaking of website.com and like money, if you guys are interested in shooting me like Bitcoin currency or like different types of currency, I do have a wallet. Had a wallet. Somebody sent me Shiba Inu currency a while back. I actually have like $29 in like Shiba coins.
I don't know what that is.
I think it was a cryptocurrency that was made up by Musk, like Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Like it uses a dog as the main like picture for the coinage.
I am overburdened.
Ethereal Highland Blade. Interesting. The damage on it is like decent. Why is it so high? 237 to 321. 20% IAS, 123% enhanced, 14 min, 165 to attack rating, 6 strength, 114% damage to undead. I mean, as far as a weapon goes, that's a pretty solid weapon. Wish the damage multiplier was higher, but it's also fast. Wouldn't waste a Zod rune in something like that. It's two-handed, so it can't be used on a barb frenzy merc. It would only be able to be used on the other barb merc. Not really sure it's worth keeping.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, it's just not high enough damage for a two-hander. It'd be fun to thwack some stuff with it just to see how much freaking damage it does, though. Too bad I can't put it on. I don't think I have the stats to put it on right now.
Shadow, get down.
Battle boots, the boots of the battle. Another jewel for the pyre. 20% faster run walk, 10% faster hit recovery. Nice. Cold res, lightning, and replenish life 4. Those are actually pretty solid. I need fire res at the moment. But those are actually really good. Especially the faster hit recovery. That actually might be a solid pair of boots for my Sorceress.
I can't.
Sakurai, the Sakurai. Sakurai. Seem to be desperately low on Thul runes, but I'm keeping basically every rune that I get, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. So cryptocurrency. You don't understand how cryptocurrency works. Okay. So let me start by explaining how currency works. Alright. So let's say we're in some hoodoo voodoo tribe in the middle of nowhere. Our tribe is called the Chichaks. Okay, and in the Chichak tribe, we need a currency. We realize we need a currency. Now, John, in the Chichak tribe, he believes that he's found a good currency. Okay? He thinks that we can make currency out of seashells. Because seashells are finite, and, you know, they don't really have that big of a number, so he's going to collect all the seashells off the beach, and he's going to carve numbers into them, and he's going to turn them into a form of currency. Little does he know that Jeff knows about several other beaches that also have seashells, and he quickly ruins the economy of the seashell currency by flooding the market with counterfeits, and now there's way too much currency within the market, so the seashells basically have no value. Now, Greg comes up with a better idea, and he comes up with a printable currency made on paper, and he utilizes, you know, special seals and all sorts of other things to prevent forgeries, and nobody's able to forge the currency, so you end up with a finite amount, and it stays a finite amount. That's how the United States currency works, right? We have printed money, which is filled with various methods to prevent counterfeits, like the security strip, the hologram, you know, such and such and such and such, right? So, insert cryptocurrencies. Well, how do you do that with something that's purely a digital construct, right? So how do you create a currency with something that can be duplicated? I mean, if I want to take a picture off the internet, like say we had pictures as the currency, right? So let's do a kitten. Let's do a cute little kitten. So we Google search a kitten, right? And we find a nice little image of a kitten, and it's very cute. It's a very cute kitten. There you go. There's a very... No, I like this one better. Wait.
I am a very cute kitten.
Where did it go? This one. I like this one better. Okay, so this is the kitten that we're going to be using for our thing, right? Well, how do you turn this into a currency? Well, we can save it. I could just save it, and I could just put it in my computer at any time, and I can just copy this, and I can make 1,000,000,000,000,000,000,000 trillion billion copies of this, right? So there's no way that this could ever be currency, because anybody can copy this, anybody can reproduce it in any way, shape, or form. So you have to find a way to make a currency that is digital, that is not copyable, that is not reproducible, that has to have some sort of worth behind it, whether it be like the, you know, digital copyright protections, or, you know, like counterfeit things that they can do to this. And that's where we ended up with a whole bunch of crazy cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies basically represent a way of forming a currency that is digital, that has the same kind of protections that a physical currency might have. Like in the really old days, we used to use gold and silver and things like that as currency, but there's only so much of that. And then we backed the currency with the gold and the silver, but then we ended up with so much currency that the gold and the silver could never, ever, like, equal the amount of currency that is currently out there, which is a whole other thing. Then it has to be difficult to produce, and it has to be difficult to maintain, which is a whole other thing. So the difficulty, which is part of the problem, is how, like, Bitcoin works. So I can't speak for all of the currencies, but I can speak for Bitcoin. So how Bitcoin works is it is difficult to produce because, and very specifically because, it requires people to put in massive amounts of computing time, which allows it to transfer between sources, to be generated, and all sorts of other stuff. So basically, without the work that's being done by, like, the computer miners, essentially, the Bitcoins, like, don't exist. And, you know, for years they were basically giving them away for free. Like, people would literally spend them on, like thousands of them on pizza. Now they're worth, like, what, like $57,000 or something for one coin.
That was pricey pizza.
Now, to keep up with the difficulty spike, to make sure that they're never easy to produce, the difficulty of making the coins and mining the coins and transferring them is always going up to match the current hardware. So, for instance, like the hardware that you would need to mine a coin today is like ridiculous compared to what you needed, you know, like say 10 years ago. And all of this basically just comes down to trying to make it so that the currency actually has value. Because if a currency is easily reproducible, if it's easily counterfeitable, it has a value. And like, you know, you could have like millions of the currency and it would still be worth nothing. Isn't there a country where literally like going to the store and buying like a bottle of water is like a couple million of whatever the currency is?
Yeah, a bit like Russia.
I think it's like I don't know, like Venezuela or something. I can't remember.
There's a few places,
Where basically the currency is worthless.
I just posted a swappy game in the YouTube chat, guys. So if you want to come get some free bits.
Then usually there's also another aspect to currency, which is that the currency is backed by something. So it's backed by something. In the past, it used to be backed by gold. Talked about that, but there's not enough gold in the world to back currency at this point, so that doesn't happen. Who in chat? Well, let's treat this like a classroom. Who in chat can answer me the question? What is the United States currency backed by?
The Treasury.
It's not enough gold in the world.
Well, no, it's by the economy.
Exactly. It's by the people. The people back the currency, basically. So every single person who's working a job, every single person who does an action or performs anything, essentially represents what the currency is worth. So at any time, like when the United States is like, our currency is worth this amount of money, it's worth this amount of money because we have so many people producing goods and doing jobs and like making that currency valuable. Like if we didn't have that, if we didn't have those people doing those jobs, if we didn't have, you know, like a huge workforce, the currency would basically be worthless. So every currency has to be backed in some way. And the Bitcoin's backing comes from basically all of the miners that are constantly trying to acquire Bitcoin. That's basically how that works. I mean, even if you take all of the gold that's in Fort Knox, and there's a lot of gold in there, it's worth a lot of money. It's still not enough to back the entire U.S. economy.
Oh no, no chance. Come on, guys, come grab all this free stuff so I don't have to pick it all back up. There's a Wind Force, Forsock GMB, Gladiator's Bane, Guardian 10th Angel, loads of stuff, Ravenfrost.
I think I'm on to the next game here. Get your free stuff.
Yes, come get it. I don't want it back in my stash.
I posted it in Twitch chat too for you.
It's just holding on to it all. It's like, it takes up so much space.
Well, maybe you should be more of a grubby raccoon.
Well, it's like Wind Forces and stuff. It's like, you've got to pick them up. But at the same time, it's like, ugh.
Grubby raccoon paws.
I have very horrible raccoon paws that keep picking up burr rooms. So yes, guys, take whatever you want.
The raccoon wins.
Hey, little kitty cat, you want cuddle? Get him on then. Make a coffee soon. Yes.
If you played, you would go get some gear, but you just learned. Well, if you want to play, you could go get some gear for free.
Yeah, you just log in.
You can
and
have
join
some on
this game.
standby.
We always have swappies up because they're always farming.
Well, it's a little late.
Ladder.
It's a little late in
Yeah.
the season for swappies.
Well, this, yeah. If people want any of it, take it. If not, it's just picking it back up. At
I
least
can't
it
wait
gives
for
it a
them to
chance
put the
to
next
make a
Diablo 2 Resurrected ladder start on the same day as the Diablo 4 expansion. Because that's how they be
God.
doing things lately.
Oh, I can't afford the expansion anytime soon, so I'll have to wait up from that one.
$40? You can't afford $40?
I'm a poor person.
You can always not eat a pizza or two. You could buy your cat slightly cheaper cat food.
She already has cheap cat food.
You could make her
Buy
catch
her the-
mice. Maybe she should catch
I
mice.
wish.
And
You're
eat
too
them.
lazy, aren't you?
Maybe she should eat mice.
Should we make rat burgers? What do you think?
Think she would enjoy it?
Like Demolition Man, do some rat burgers. Yeah. I'll have to see if I can afford it. How long do you think we've got until the expansion?
They announced the day. It was like, was it October 6th or 8th or something? I don't remember. They're going to be announcing the Spiritborn class.
That should be enough time for me to
On
save
the
up 40.
18th. They
Let's put a
said.
tenner
So we're going to
aside
get
every
information on the Spiritborn class soon too. I'll be going over
If
that.
if I put a tenner aside every 2 weeks, then at least I can afford it. Because there
Gotta
shouldn't.
check the change slots and all the little cook machines.
Well, there shouldn't be a early access this time, should it? Because it's an expansion.
I didn't see an early access, and they said that the expansion was gonna occur like at the same time as the.
So I'll just go for the cheap one. Yeah.
I went with the cheap one. Well, I got the one that had like the little mount, but I didn't go with the expensive one.
Yeah, I'll have to have a look and see.
I should dual box. I took off vacation time for the expansion. Season 5 is gonna be like super short. Honestly, not too excited for season 5. Like, I don't think they really did a good job with it so far. I'm hoping
No,
I'm hoping that the PTR and the feedback they get will shape season 5 to be more interesting. But from what I experienced on the PTR, it was rather boring. The new content that they added, the hell thing, is a fail in my opinion. It's just it takes too
That's a
long.
shame.
The rewards are too meager. Like I don't know. They put you through hell, no pun intended, and then literally like after they put you through hell, they basically give you nothing. It's
That's what I feel
pretty
like
bad.
about the Lilith fight. It's like horrible to do, and you get basically garbage out of it half the time.
Yeah, she didn't give you nothing. Like at least
I
now
know.
she gives
It
you
bumped
a. At least now she gives you a resplendent spark for the crafting of the uber uniques.
See, that's interesting.
Trying to hit 99 on my hardcore for a long time now. My 97 sword just died. Anyone got any suggestions for my next hardcore class to push 99? I mean, honestly, Sorceress is rough. I mean, she has horrible faster hit recovery issues.
I'd do a summon necro. It's slow but safe.
I mean, thankfully with the Terror Zones, it's just a matter of time. Like, but
Well, summon necros can be really good now if you get like a beast, and obviously it takes time to get all that, but eventually they hit like a truck.
so the Necros are really weak, in my opinion.
I don't know what would be a good
I
build.
always felt like they were just not really the strongest characters. I mean, they hide behind their army, sure, but like anything that actually hits them, it's rough for them.
I just don't know what a good build would be. Because Because you're always going to have some sort of issue with immunes and that until you get Sunders, so it's like, I don't know. And you want something tanky, but also good damage. Maybe Corpse Explosion Necro. And then you use Golems and Revives as like a meat shield. That could be an interesting one.
I mean, my opinion is there's nothing tankier than a Paladin. I feel like the Paladin's gotta be the
That's true.
tankiest by far.
But without gear, it's very hard to build one through hell without dying.
Honestly, I mean, you usually if you focus on like Holy Shield and stuff and you get things set up right, it's very difficult to die on a Paladin unless you're just being negligent.
Or you own a cat that likes keyboards. Well, at least they took the wind force and that. Lovely, most of it's done. I'm very happy with that. I hope everyone enjoys whoever got stuff.
I mean, I hate to tell you, Gen X Josh, there's no such thing as an invincible character in Diablo 2. Like, you can
There
make
is
it.
the Immortal Torque, but very
Even the Immortal Torque isn't invincible. Like, there's
And the
still,
problem
there's
is it
still
does no
ways that
damage.
they can die.
Oh, yeah,
The
and it
thing
doesn't
is
do
that,
damage.
like, it's just not possible to build a completely immortal anything in this game.
I'd say the closest is probably a Zealadin because you're constantly leeching while you're hitting, you've got high block, easy to get high damage reduction. Like, as long as you're hitting, you're surviving.
Like, I've built a character that had, like, the most ridiculous amounts of damage reduction, 95% all resistances, 75% block chance, etc. And there are still monsters that can just burn, burn right through that. They can just burn through.
Oh yeah, like Lord Deceased will just randomly get through your block and boom.
I've been on some of these, like, so-called immortal characters, and then I'll go to, like, I don't know, like Canyon of the Magi tombs, and I'll find like a extra fast pack of freaking Haradrim that are multi-shot, and Haradrim use magic damage. They use that they're magic damage characters. So with no way to raise my magic resistance, despite having the most god tier of stats, the multi-shot magic damage freaking pack just like ripped straight through me like I was tissue paper and sent me to the graveyard. I mean, and that's just the way it is. I mean,
But that's the fun in the game.
There's always something that can kill you, no matter how tanky you make your character.
But I think that's why the game's always been so successful. Because it doesn't matter how good your character is, if you make a mistake, you can die. And I think that's why it's not like a lot of other games, where you can outdo it until you are immortal. This one there is always the possibility. Ooh, hello, Goldilocks. Goldilocks, come here. Enjoy, sir.
When Lord Deceased lands on your head. I mean, I made a very nice necromancer called a pyromancer, senators think, but I don't think I would want to play the necromancer on hardcore. He's just like as invincible as he is hiding behind his minions. One of the issues with him is that like anything that gets through your minions is most likely going to kill you. So like when you're fighting like the spear cats that throw the spears, they pierce through.
Yeah.
Your army's not going to stop that from hitting you. And you get a nice fanaticized mighted pack with curse and extra strong and with the spears, and they'll just one-shot you. So, good luck.
Always fun though.
It's
I
always
still
fun to
think
get
the
one
worst
shot,
thing
right?
is when you get the extra strong, extra fast, might enchanted dolls, and they just run up to you and
The dolls,
And it's like
dolls
that-
don't scare me because they can be dealt with if you do it properly. And if you're not
oh
stupid,
no, but I
if
mean
you're
like
not
the
stupid,
extra
they can be
fast,
dealt with.
Like the extra fast ones that just run up and somehow deal so much damage. Without even, like, without you killing the doll. No, without you killing the doll.
Well, I usually don't have that issue, but... Let's get out of here. You lost more hardcore characters to normal Diablo? That's because normal Diablo is bugged. So his Inferno, or rather, normal Diablo is not bugged. That would be the better way to state it. So Nightmare Diablo and Hell Diablo have like a bug where the Inferno doesn't really hit you if you're standing within melee range. However, if you're in normal difficulty, it does hit you. So in normal difficulty, it will wreck pop your socks off your booty cheeks. There's really not much you can do about it.
Wait, I have a question here. Why are you wearing socks on your booty cheeks?
I mean, why wouldn't you wear socks on your booty cheeks? It's comfy, it's warm. You don't wear socks on your booty cheeks?
I wear socks on my hands.
That's okay. I mean, do you make puppets out of them?
I shouldn't I?
Yeah, put a little googly eye on there.
Googly
Carry your
eyes.
cat. Put socks on your cat too while you're at it. Just pull them. Get some of the knee highs and just pull them all the way up until they hit the booty
Might just
cheeks.
turn her into a sausage cat. Sock cat. Just pull it all the way up from her back legs to her neck.
That's right. That's right. Did I get a look at the D4 patch? Are you talking about the 1.44 patch?
What is
or
a new
whatever?
one? I don't know if they've released any new.
I mean, 1.44, the little tiny patch? Well, what is that 1.44?
Did they ever?
Didn't I do a
announce
video
that
on
they-
this already? Or it's not even that big.
Did they announce that they're not putting that helmet in, or are they gonna fix it, or?
Oh, I don't know. Once the PTR is over, it's pretty much just up to them what they're going to be doing. I mean, everybody's given their feedback. I actually didn't make a feedback video for the PTR. I was so underwhelmed with the PTR. I just.
Problem is they don't listen.
And I got interrupted in between it, so. I mean, hopefully they'll listen. I'm not really sure what they're thinking with this next patch. Like, Season 4 was probably one of the best patches that they've done, and I feel like they're just kind of like...
going backwards.
they're just I don't know. Imagine if you had, like, the world's best gumbo recipe or something. I don't know. Let's just use gumbo. And then, like, you know, it's like you win, like, a contest in it. And then, like, the next time you go to the contest, you just throw in a bunch of random stuff into the gumbo pot. Like, on top of everything else that you did. And, like, you're hoping you're going to win this year. But, like, you haven't even tasted your gumbo yet. Like, that's pretty much what it's like with Season 5. Like, they just threw in, like, a whole bunch of crap. Like, new unique items, old...
Just out of ideas.
Like, they took all the stuff, you know, the Malignant powers from the Season of the Malignant, and they just basically, like, tossed in all of the old Season of Malignant powers as, like, aspects. So every single, like, old power that was left behind, they're just all aspects now.
Boring, nothing new. It's like they've just got no ideas, or their creative team is just not doing very well.
I mean, they're just throwing a whole bunch of stuff in, and I don't know if they know what they're doing. It's like completely unbalancing the game, basically. And then they nerfed a bunch of classes too. I don't even want to talk about that.
Yeah, and then people will just get sick of it because they can't play the ones that they wanted. And then it'll be just like that season where the ball lightning sword was the only thing that could kill anything, and the rest of us were just sat behind. I did see some cool videos of the summon necros kicking Lilith's butt cheeks.
I mean, Summon Necromancer was really good this season, but I think honestly that might be gone now.
Yeah, that seems
so
to be
one
messing up
of
a
the
lot.
ways that the Summon Necromancer was hitting those heights was a specific. It's not ethereal though. It's 6 socket, but not ethereal. One of the ways that they were hitting those heights was the there was a shadow. There was a special shadow aspect that was like once you hit the shadow damage or the shadow blight key passive 10 times, like that it would give you like this huge multiplier. It was like 120 multiplier, and then they would put it on a two-hander, and it would go to like 240 times the multiplier. And so like all they had to do was hit the Shadowblight key passive 10 times, and then they would get this massive buff in their damage output. But they basically nerfed that completely. Like it's down really low now. And then on top of that, they also kind of like messed around with the Shadowblight key passive stuff, and I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be anywhere near as powerful as it was before.
I'm guessing my Hydrosork's going to be dead then.
The Hydrosork is new with Season 5, so like it's not even in the game yet. We don't even know what's going to happen with the Hydrosork yet.
Could be interesting to have all the Hydra heads and the extra Hydras, and like I know it's never going to be the most damaging build.
Yeah,
but
there
I
was
just find
also
it
the
fun.
bug with the Holy Bolt potion. That was another thing. Yeah, but that was something different. I'm talking specifically about like the golem hitting for like freaking billions of damage or whatever. I can't even remember how much he was hitting for. It was a lot.
Like I get balancing builds, but they've got to stop just downright nerfing them to the floor. They've actually got to try and balance it.
I mean, I'm fine for balance. The
Yeah,
problem
but
is
they don't. They just nerf the crap out of it.
the
and
problem
it's
is
useless.
that they use balance as an excuse to nerf the characters.
Yeah.
And then later on they add another ridiculously overpowered thing afterwards
they
that
nerf
puts
it.
the characters right back where they were before.
Yeah. And
They're
then
like,
they'll
we don't
nerf
want this
it, and then
character
do
to
it
have this
again.
kind of damage, so we nerf the damage a little bit here and there, and we're going to make sure that they can't do this anymore. And then like literally one patch later, they add some ridiculous item that puts them right back where they were before. But they leave the nerf in place.
Yeah, so they're not balancing. They're just nerfing and then adding new stuff. Makes no sense. And eventually, it's just going to destroy it. We'll see. Hopefully they come up with better ideas and start actually figuring things out.
I mean, well, Season 5 is going to be the shortest season ever, though.
Need a key.
Why?
Because they put it, like, in between... I'm not even sure what the hell they're doing. They should probably just not even do Season 5, but they're doing it anyway. And so Season 5 is going to be, like, this really tiny little season. Season 5 starts, I think it's, like, August 6th.
Oh, and then we've obviously got the expansion. Yeah.
And then the expansion comes out on, I think it's October 8th. So January, February, March, April, May, June,
why
July,
didn't they
August,
just
September.
postpone it?
August to September, September to October. So it's going to be like a 2-month season.
Why didn't they just postpone it and do it with the expansion?
I don't know.
Like, it
Maybe
makes
they
no
want
sense.
to do like a whole bunch of crazy stuff before the expansion. I mean, I feel like Season 5 is going to be their testing season, where they're going to test out a bunch of stuff, you know, for the
With
upcoming
loads of
expansion
bugs.
to see whether it functions properly. I don't know.
Yeah. Everything's going to be broken then. They really need to get testers and stop asking people to buy their game, buy their expansions, and then play a broken season. It's just
Man, the
getting
PTR has
stupid.
made a huge change. I'll definitely say that. Like going from Season 3 to Season 4 with the PTR was massive. Definitely a good feeling overall to change out that way.
It is good
I
they're
mean,
starting to do that,
I'm
but they
as
just-
underwhelmed as I am from the Season 5 PTR. Like I'm hopeful that they'll actually take the time to listen to the community and fix some of the feedback issues. But like the new event, that they've got is just it's god awful. Like I don't know what they were thinking with this new
I
event.
haven't even looked at it.
It's basically returning to hell, and they have the council coming back. So like when you get to the end of the hell
they're all
thing, you
named
get the,
weird.
and they're all named weird. But the the event itself is just boring. And not only is it boring and it takes a long time to do, the rewards for the event are substandard. Like they're really
I've
poor.
noticed that with a lot of that. Like even with like the Christmas event, it's like dropping normal uniques, and I'm like, this.
I mean,
is
it's not necessarily that so much as like when you're in this new event, you know, like if I wanted to just farm stuff, like if I wanted to farm gear or whatever, you say I went to like, I don't know, the pit. The pit is like a timed event. It's like 10 minutes max, like, and then the boss is like a couple extra minutes, I think. I think they changed it to 15. Doesn't really matter. So, anyway, like, you can basically farm that in like 2 or 3 minutes. Like, if you're fast, you go to like a good one that's a really high level that you're capable of. You can do like 2 or 3 minutes, and you can get, I don't know, anywhere between like 10 to 15 items and like things to upgrade your character with, like your gear.
Yeah.
I swear the frickin' that hell thing takes like 20-30 minutes with the way that they have it set up, and because they have it like set up in waves, and then like each wave comes out, and you've got to like kill each wave, and then there's like a delay between waves, and like so it takes like a really long time to do the content. And then not only does it take a really long time to do the content, but then you've got bosses at the end. People are complaining that, like, again, that some of the classes just absolutely suck at doing bosses, and it seems to be, like, engineered into them at this point. And it is. It's, like, it's really weird that, like, certain classes are just so bad at bossing. It's like they don't... Like, they're colorblind or something. I don't know what the hell's going on. They're like, yeah, we added a new unique for the sorceress. And you're like, oh, yeah. Is it going to let me kill bosses? And like, no, but it's really good at clear speed. And like, well, I was already good at clear speed. I didn't really need more clear speed. But now you're going to be super duper good at clear speed. And you're like, but I'm not.
They need to just start listening to the community. Otherwise, it's never going to get better.
I don't know. There's like a clear speed problem, but maybe not. I mean, a boss killing problem, right? But then this is just another event that has bosses at the end. Like, and it's not just one boss; it's 3 bosses. So now we're in a situation where you've got 3 bosses. I mean, somebody needs to like really just tell Blizzard, like get it through their thick skulls, like stamp it, like tattoo it on their foreheads backwards so they can see it in the mirror. Like, not all content requires a boss at the end.
Yeah. I agree.
It doesn't have to have a boss at the end of all content.
It's just got to be enjoyable. That's all we want. Doesn't matter whether there's a boss or whatever. It's just something enjoyable.
I mean, that's why I like the vaults. I really, really liked the vaults, and I really wish the vaults would come back. Because I could take my clear speed characters into the vaults, and usually I could do pretty darn good with clear speed characters in the vaults. Because the vaults were mainly and primarily just, massive amounts of monsters, and you could go through them as quick as you could. The last encounter was literally just a whole bunch of monsters that you could kill with your clear speed. A couple little toughies in there, but like nothing too, out of control that like the clear speed characters can't handle. And just it was much better content in general for all the people who, build these clear speed characters. I desperately need some more Holy Shield.
I still think my favourite was that green Helltide area place.
It's locked.
I'm glad they added a lot of that into the Helltide. Because Helltide was very underwhelming before.
Alright, off to the Black Marsh and the hole.
I'm brushing the cat.
What are my thoughts on the Spiritborn class? Have we gotten details on it yet? I thought they were putting it out on the 18th. Did I miss out on a bunch of Spiritborn information? I mean, they do that all the time, to be honest, so... Like, there was one time I was waiting on information that they said was coming out on like one specific day, and they had put out, like, they had leaked out the information like 2 days in advance or something.
Yeah, they seem to do that quite often. It's really annoying because you plan stuff and then it doesn't go to plan.
I don't know. I was waiting on the
Good girl.
I was waiting on the campfire chat. That's coming on the 18th. They're going to be doing a Spiritborn reveal on the 18th.
That'll be interesting.
I know a little bit about it, not enough to actually give me like the full Monty on it or anything. But this is the stream that's going to be coming on the 18th with the official information. So I was going to go over this. I mean, honestly, I think they're a little bit tone deaf in terms of like what the community wants. Not to say that this is a bad class in any way. Like, it doesn't matter what they release. I feel like what the community really wanted was a, shield-wielding, holy user. In other words, a paladin. I mean, that's what the community has really been hankering for. That's been missing from the game is a paladin type class, and they don't have one. And honestly, adding anything other than a shield-wielding, holy type user was gonna end in people getting upset. That'd be like if you had a, I don't know, maybe you had a shop, like, right, and you sold t-shirts. And in the t-shirt shop, like, people keep asking you for, like, a Diablo 2 t-shirt, and you keep putting out everything other than a Diablo 2 t-shirt. Like, we want a Diablo 2 t-shirt. Okay, here's a Destiny 2 t-shirt. We want a Diablo 2 t-shirt. Okay, here's a Diablo 1 t-shirt. We want a Diablo 2 t-shirt. Okay, here's a Nickelodeon t-shirt. And you're like...
Sadly, the devs don't listen until it's too late half the time.
I don't know exactly what's going on, other than it seems to me like they've decided not to release. I guess after the failure of the Crusader, they decided to not release a Paladin type class. They're like, we don't know how to do this properly. Because they tried to do it properly with the Crusader and then failed horribly. And they're like, we don't know what we did wrong. Oh my god, stop ripping me to shreds. Ow, my butthole. I'm not sure why you would take, like, one of the most popular classes and just, like, relegate it to history, though. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. I feel like the Paladin is undeniably one of the most popular classes in Diablo 2.
Yeah, because it's good at so many things.
Well, no, I think it's because of the auras. I think people like being team players. I think that's really the heart of it. I think the auras are really what make the Paladin special. Is being a team player is something that people enjoy. And having an aura that affects everybody and helps everybody puts you as a team player of the group. And it's just a very nice and fun way to play the game. Whereas, like, there's very little teamwork going on in a lot of the other characters. I mean, the Barbarian has a little bit of it, obviously, with his shouts, but I mean, for the most part, a lot of the characters just have no teamwork whatsoever. Then you get to the Crusader, and the Crusader's auras are so bad. Like, I don't even know how to explain what they did with the Crusader's auras. The Monk had better auras than the Crusader did in Diablo 3.
Never played it, luckily.
The Monk is pretty fun. Like, I would recommend the Monk to a lot of people. It's a fun class. It has auras. It has lots of fun things like the Exploding Fist or Exploding Palm, which is pretty cool. So you basically, like, hit a target and it, like, infects them with, like, almost like a corpse explosion like explosion. And then when you kill them and they die, they explode. And then every time any monster that was infected dies, they explode also. So you could have, like, a corpse explosion chain basically going on. It was pretty fun. It's kind of like having a paladin and a necromancer mixed together a little bit. I mean, Diablo 3 didn't do, like, a horrible job of, like, making the skills, and they just did a horrible job of, I don't know, just, like, allowing people the freedom to choose what they wanted.
But they seem to be doing that a lot in D4 as well, with itemization and that. You know, there's not a lot of choice, and that really bugs me.
I mean, they're getting to the point where, like, if you want to do, like, X character, you've got to use, like, these aspects with it, otherwise it doesn't work. So you get pretty, like, right now they have the aspects really kind of like spread out, like too much butter on not like not enough butter on too much bread, and it does unfortunately make the classes a little bit hard to customize. Because you're like, okay, I want to be a shadow necromancer, and they're like, all right, well, I've got to use all these shadow aspects, and then by the time you're done picking the shadow aspects that are all spread out over all the items, there's very little customization involved after that.
Yeah, I think I like some of the aspect stuff, but I also think it's bad to make a lot of the builds based around it. Because, like you say, it limits you once you've had to choose them all.
Well, I'd like more of the power to be transferred to the skills and less of the power to be on the aspects. Like,
Yeah,
I don't like how the aspects are basically required to make the character work. And I'd like the aspects to be more like options that, you know, can change the way that the abilities work. Like, change the way that the abilities work, not so much as, like, are required to make the abilities do enough damage to be worthwhile.
Okay, well, you're doing well. I know you're not keen on getting your belly brushed, but it has to be done. Well, she likes her back and that being brushed, but her belly. Oof.
Just Meow over here brushing his cat.
And he's doing. She's a very fluffy cat. Brush her every day. Otherwise, she gets knotty, and then it's just a nightmare. Isn't it, little one? Yeah, I know you're sucking.
She's naughty? What did she do? She knocked your glasses off the table?
No, I mean, like, she gets fur knots and that if you don't brush her every day. She's just hairy.
I was making a pun.
Stop your whinging. We're nearly done. Yeah, we've just got this little bit left. Good girl. Who's a good girl?
How's the waypoint?
Up your butt. Oh, brush your chin. Oh, look at that little chin.
Shattering all these monsters is so much fun.
That's why the cold bow's on so much fun to play. Do you want some treats? Yeah. Because you let me brush your belly. Oh. I'll grab you some. There you go.
I can't carry anymore.
Flawless sapphire.
There you go. Yeah, it's all done. Yeah.
Just trying to find the waypoint.
What one?
In the ham biscuit.
Yes, the waypoint turned into a ham biscuit. That's why you can't find it. Cody ate it.
Right, it is. I'm sure he did. Cody's such a little Cody's such a little freaking little thief. He's got the mind of a thief. Literally, me and my girlfriend are sitting in the family room. She's got her noodles. She just made some ramen noodles, right? And she's sitting there, and she was about to eat them, and I was about to leave. So, and he wouldn't come with me, right? So I'm like, well, bring him out here so I can get upstairs and start doing my streaming. So I walk into the kitchen, and as soon as I walk into the kitchen, she's walking after me, and he turns around and he starts trying to eat her ramen noodles. He waited until we left the room so that he could steal. Basically, he was just waiting for us to leave the room so he could steal. Little thief.
That's terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Thief.
Hello.
Thief, 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 thief.
Good day.
That is
Thief, thief,
Cody.
thief, 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 thief. He also doesn't steal in front of me because he knows that if he steals in front of me, I'll say something about it. I'll do something about it. However, if he's in front of her, on the other hand, he's not afraid of her. He doesn't care. Like apparently he doesn't. She doesn't punish him enough or something. I don't know. Like when he does something wrong, she like babies him like a little baby. But anyway, like she's he'll freaking steal right in front of her. He don't even care. So he waits until I leave the room, basically.
Well, she's got to put her foot down, otherwise he's going to keep doing it.
Alright, still haven't found the waypoint. I have no clue where the freaking waypoint is. Is it can't be in, can't be in the middle of here.
What one are you trying to find?
Is it? Oh, it is in the middle of here. Okay. Boopies. Alright, next game then. Get up. Shatter, 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 shatter. It's freaking amazing. Ugh, light aura. Where's that coming from? Snot Eater? What kind of name is Snot Eater? Who names their child that?
You never know.
Is that a power play? Like what? You're just in the middle of like a group of people who you want to fear and you know like be scared of you in general, right? So you just like whip out a bunch of snot and you just eat it right in front of them and you get the name Snot Eater. Nobody wants to mess with you anymore because they think you're crazy.
It's just nasty.
They don't mess with him, he eats his own snot. That jank's gross. He actually looked like he enjoyed it too. Superior man catcher. A superior catcher of men. That's 8% enhanced. I feel like a Lord of the Rings quote is applicable here. I would not make a rune word in a superior man catcher, Gimli. Not unless it was
It's locked.
my only choice.
It's locked.
That was when Gimli kept saying, let's go to the Mines of Moria, let's go to the Mines of Moria, let's go to the Mines of Moria.
But we don't want to go to the
And
mines of
Gandalf
Moria.
was like, no, Gimli, I would not go to the Mines of Moria unless it were my only choice. I need some keys, gotta go to the thief. The car is the thief. You wouldn't have expected it, given her priestly demeanor, but she is definitely the thief. The one who carries the keys is the thief. Locks were so rudimentary back in like this time period. I'm not even sure that like you couldn't have just lock-picked them with your dagger.
True.
Like just pulled out a dagger and like shoved it in the hole. I mean the hole's so freaking big.
We could just grab an axe and just smack the thing, it'd just fall apart.
I mean usually they were pretty sturdily made, although like you know steel and whatnot. So I don't know about that. Like they were big and thick, and you know that's what she said.
I was about to say, you're just saying big and thick. Oh no.
That's what she said.
Really? You're using thorns?
Yeah, it's how this build works.
Very strange.
There's nothing strange about it. You're strange.
It is very strange.
Your mom's strange. Your daddy's strange.
Very true.
Your greasy granny is strange.
Oh, I don't... Wait, greasy? I don't know. It might be.
Yeah, you never heard that before?
No.
Yo mama, yo daddy, yo greasy, greasy granny.
Oh god. Been a while.
That was like the comeback song.
A long time ago.
29 energy? Holy Jesus, that's a lot of energy. Yo mama, yo daddy, yo greasy, greasy granny. When I was a kid, we used to do this one. I don't even know if I can properly relay this one over the stream. It's kind of difficult. You gotta like do your cheeks. You gotta go like this. So, hello, my name's Chubby. You know, I'm so chubby. My mom's chubby. My daddy's chubby. Man, even my dog's chubby.
No one knows why Ginger greases up Granny. Nobody knows.
Why is Granny all greased up? She's not greased up. She's got greasy hair. That's the joke. It's an old insult. Some people who would instead of washing their hair, they would use like oils and grease instead, and it would stink. It's like it's an old insult about like an older person who doesn't wash themselves.
Yeah.
Just found that the tomahawk. I don't even remember what that is. Been a little while since I found the unique tomahawk. What is that? The
Ice kill hatchet, the ice thingy.
no, that's the hatchet. Cold kill is the hatchet. This is the tomahawk. This is the elite version.
I can't remember. You'll have to ID it and find out.
I will have to ID it
Can't remember what that one is.
in a minute. Still searching for monsters. I like to leave you guys in suspense.
My cat's watching you on the TV.
Oh yeah?
What is it, Shadow? Is it a weird ginger person? Yeah.
Oh, that's Razor's Edge. 40% increased attack speed, 216% enhanced, negative 33% target's defense, 50% deadly strike, and 50% chance of open wounds.
It's actually a nice one.
I think comparatively, it's about the same damage as the Nord's Chenderizer. It does have that beautiful.
Wounds.
It does have that beautiful negative target's
defense.
defense, which is nice.
And the open wounds is nice for like bosses and stuff.
Yep, I think we might hang on to that. Damage output's a little bit lower on the bottom end. Actually, it's a lot lower on both ends. But the added 50% open wounds and 50% deadly strike will make up for it a little bit. But not on this character. Not on this character,
not
though.
on this. The deadly strike's cool, but not for like if you were a Zealer, it'd definitely be better.
I could use it for open wounds, though.
That is true.
What build am I planning on doing for Season 5? I don't really know. They nerfed a lot of the builds. Like, pretty much everything got nerfed. The bleed build, the Flay Barbarian, is still solid. Like, if you want to do the Flay Barbarian, I think that's the only one that kind of escaped the wrath of the Season 5 nerfs. I don't really know what else to say about it. I mean, there's some fun stuff that you can potentially play around with. One thing that I was really thinking of trying to build around is the Starlight aspect. So the Starlight aspect is basically it makes it so that when you heal yourself, you regain your primary resource, and basically you can set up like a couple ways to spam heals on yourself. They changed it so that it works with overhealing now, so it's actually surprisingly powerful. So you can potentially set up just about any build with infinite resource if you're healing yourself constantly, which could be interesting. I mean, there's a lot of ways to heal yourself. You can use the hectic aspect. You can use, you know, like the shape-shifting, like chance to heal. You can do like life on hits. I mean, there's a lot of ways that you can potentially get your healing involved to get your resource back, and it works really well. I think it's probably going to be something around the Starlight aspect, although I'm not sure exactly what. Fanaticism plus amp. Okay. Burn some full juvies right now. Oh, I think the amp is coming from that skeleton. Frickin' Merc bit the dust, that's for sure.
Ooh, I saw that one hit you hard.
Yeah, I mean, amp plus anything is usually bad. I know what, I'll just take them out as they come around the corner like idiots. There we go, there's the fanaticism source. Shouldn't be so bad now. Poor mercenary bit the dust, though. Mercenary bit the dust. Ooh.
Good day.
Mercenary bit the dust. Ooh.
Oh my.
The order welcome.
I mean, there's a couple ways that you can mess around with the whole like the healing thing. I think honestly, once you arrest any kind of process problem with like resource generation, the way that build works, you know, you can build pretty much anything you want at that point. Also, all the basic builds are like super viable now due to that new sword that they added. They added this one-handed sword I can't remember the name of it right off the top of my head, but it gives you like a huge multiplier on your basic abilities.
Well, that's good. About time.
It works on all basic abilities, so it basically just gives you like massive.
So you do Ramalama Ding Dong and that on the other side for the bar.
I mean, yeah, you can do whatever you want with the basics. It multiplies them tremendously. So. And that's going to be a big one this season. I think a lot of people are going to be rolling basic builds because of that particular weapon. The Helm of Lucian, I don't know what's going on with that thing. Like, it was broken.
Hopefully,
super duper broken in the PTR. Basically, it became like the best in slot piece of equipment for basically any character. Like, didn't matter what it was. Like, it was like every single character should be wearing that helmet.
And it makes Shaco useless to find, which I think is bad, making it uber unique worse than the unique. It makes no sense to me. But
I mean, hopefully they fix whatever the bug is with that helmet.
Like, I get having a helmet that helps give you more damage and stuff, and it should be good, but it shouldn't be where it's the best in slot for every character just because of the amount of damage. It just ruins the game.
I mean, I don't know. They need season 5 in between, John, to like balance things out. I think if they don't do a season 5, they're just gonna like the expansion patch is just gonna be awful. And even though season 5 might be awful, it's better that season 5 is awful than the expansion patch be awful.
I agree. I'd rather have a bad season 5 and it's, you know, only 2 months, but have a good expansion release. Come on, window close. What do you think? No. Yeah, we'll have to see if they fix that helmet, because it's doesn't sound great just yet.
I'm gonna make a Hydra Sorceress and flaunt it in your face.
I'm gonna make a Hydra Sorceress and annoy you.
Flaunt it in your face.
I'm gonna have
Like,
more Hydras than
I
you.
got a Hydra Sorceress, I got a Hydra Sorceress, and you don't, and you don't.
My Hydra Sorceress will be better than yours.
Not if you don't have one.
But why wouldn't I have one?
Because you're not playing.
Well, I will when I eventually make, when the season starts. I do like the sound of extra Hydras and extra Hydra heads. Like, to me, that
So
sounds
many
fun.
Hydra heads.
Well, that's what it needs. It's just more damage.
So many head.
We all like head.
We all like head. Gurgling head.
Head that spits fire.
Wait, what? Why is the gurgling head spitting fire?
It's a Hydra.
You ruined it. You ruined it.
I know. I had to.
You ruined it. You ruined it.
We'll see what the season's like. I don't know.
Apparently, I am just not capable of getting a Sunder charm. Apparently, Sunder charms are eluding me. I haven't even had like a couple of grand charms fall. It's terrible.
I've been playing this whole season and I think I've found one Sunder so far. The rest of them were just given to me. So.
Did find an Orten's Riser and a Tomahawk actually. Razor's Edge. Ooh, an eye opener.
I can't
I like
carry
those.
anymore.
Oh, you can make a bull walkie.
A blade barrier of 2 socket with 160. That's not a bad little rhyme shield there. I'll need a lot of rhyme shields before I'm finished, so. Io, 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 io. All the IO runes in the world you day, all the IO runes.
So you can make all the bulwarks.
I'm just excited to like finally make unique item videos on Diablo 4. You know, maybe
Until
one,
they change
maybe
it all
one
again.
day. You know, like they're basically going to be changing like all the unique items in Season 5, so I might actually be able to go through them all and make new unique item videos.
But then season 6 they'll probably change again. Because,
Who
you know, they
knows?
can't make up their minds.
Well,
They
that's
keep
why
doing
that's why I've started putting patch numbers on the videos so that people
Yeah.
know that they're from older or newer patches. I'm
And the
tired.
thing is, you
I'm tired
can
of
always
trying to
put
keep
the-
up with it, so like I got patch numbers now.
well, when you make a new video, you can, like on the old one, you can link the new video in it saying, you know, link to the new patch. Unique is this? Yeah, it must be annoying doing videos and then that video is now irrelevant because they've changed the bloody item.
Oh, I got a lot of Diablo 4 videos that are just completely useless at this point. One of my
Yeah.
most popular ones, which was going over those special items that dropped from those special monsters, like all
It's a
those
shame,
items,
'cause-
all those items are garbage now. Like, and they basically don't even drop anymore because they nerfed them. I don't even know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, I remember them ones. They were fun
I am over.
because we used to farm for the Necro Sword.
And not anymore, and you can't even farm for them anymore. They made the drop rate like minuscule.
I don't know.
I mean, they were barely even that good to begin with if you had
No.
gotten like the best possible one.
And you had to farm it for hours on end just to get a good
Hours.
power one. And then it didn't give you the stats you wanted. I don't know what the plan is with the game. Seems like they keep, you know, going backwards. We'll see. We shall see.
Meanwhile, I'm playing my Diablo 2 account.
Exactly.
Jewel. Ooh, an Ednax. Ethereal, 1 socket.
Oh. What a shame. That could have been a really nice death.
Garbage. F1 socket.
Could have been a nice death face. Oh, yeah, wouldn't it? What's up? Hello. Copy. I don't like it. Sniff. See?
Well, Razor's Edge will come in handy leveling up some other melee characters.
Especially
it's-
against bosses.
I think it's better than Nord's Tenderizer if I'm doing an actual melee build. Like if I do like a Zealer.
I think so, just for the bleed and the deadly strike.
Well, if you have a 50% Deadly Strike, I think puts it over the Nords. But not for Vengeance, because Deadly Strike doesn't work with Vengeance.
Nope. And the open wounds, it will help for bosses, but not as a main weapon. Just have it on switch.
It's also much faster than the Nords. It's 40% increased attack speed, so it's got a faster swing rate. That negative 32% targets defense is pretty massive too.
You could socket it and put an Eth rune in it for more target defense as well.
Turn it into basically like a no AR required axe.
Yeah. really nice for melee builds, as we all know that AR is the worst thing for melee builds, because it's, yeah. So that might work with an F rune. It'd be, what is F, 25%?
Yeah.
So it'd be what, 57? 58? Something like that. Which is pretty decent.
25 plus 33.
I am over.
Yeah, so 58.
I'll have to trust you on that.
Which is more than enough. If that weapon dropped as 2 sockets, oh, so beautiful. I also wish they'd done that on, like, to update some stuff, like the skull collector staff. If that was like 3 sockets, it could compete with a lot of other things, because you could actually put facets in it and other things, and ist runes and
Yes,
I
the
think they-
ruins.
well, it's MF stuff, isn't it? But like on what's that really nice stuff with the minus res?
Man, I'm getting like no Sunder charms. I'm gonna reboot though. I'm gonna reboot the game. I don't know what the hell's going on. I feel like the game is like trolling me at this point.
Maybe it is.
It's trolling me.
Look at that fat raccoon. That's epic. Is that like a raccoon goblin?
I'm injecting cheats, or maybe I'm taking the cheats away, Charles. Haha. Maybe I feel like the cheats are messing with my drop chances. I don't know.
I think they need to do some stuff with some of the older items, but we know that D2R is last on their list to do anything with, sadly.
D2R is last on your list to do anything with? Why is it last on your list?
No, on Blizzard's.
Why is it last on your list?
Last on Blizzard's list to update, and, you know,
Why is it list on your last?
list on your last, it should be first on the list.
List on your loosey
Something.
loosed? Last on the last one?
Listing, lusting?
Bing a ding 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 ding. Come on down to South Park and meet some meows of mine.
Meow, meow,
We
meow,
got
meow,
horrible
meow, meow,
meows
meow.
everywhere. British accents in their hands.
Wait, I don't have hands out for it.
Exactly. I said horrible. I didn't say they were good.
How dare you, sir? I challenge you to a duel.
How are you gonna hold the pistol if you don't have any hands?
I'll get my friend to do it. Me owner. Who is molesting who?
Okay, but I'm aiming for
Charles.
you.
I'm not sure, Charles. I think Ginger's trying to molest me with a pistol, apparently.
Who's molesting what?
Alright, Charles said who's molesting who? Oh, no.
Apparently Charles is molesting somebody. That's what's going on.
You never know.
Charles, you should stop doing that. Gotta check that brandy stock. Check the brandy stick. Worm hides transmute up, I think. Brandy stock could be good. Probably sucks, but could be good.
Could be one socket.
Sucks.
Oh, it's you. Where?
Oh no, Turdinator found something and got stuck on. He does a good job cleaning the floor. You know, I think about like the little robot vacuum cleaners.
Oh, that's what dogs are.
And, I mean, well, that's for food. So they don't suck up the dust.
partly.
Those are specific vacuum cleaners. Okay. But like having one of them little robot vacuum cleaners is like converting your skill into a different skill. So like think about it like this: like say if you're bad at cooking, right, and then you have a machine that cooks for you, but then you have to maintenance the machine that cooks for you. Then you're converting your engineering and your like maintenance skill into cooking skill. So like then the machine like only puts out food as good as your maintenance skill is. So like the little robot, like he's like, you know, obviously if I had like a cleaning skill, my cleaning skill sucks, I can convert my engineering skill and my maintenance skill into a cleaning skill and get better cleaning out of it.
You're very strange. The stuff
I mean,
that
it's
pops
true.
into your mind.
It's true when you think about it, though, isn't it? Think about it. You don't necessarily have to be good at cleaning, but you have to be good at maintaining the robot that does the cleaning.
And that's more effort.
It's not more
By the
effort.
time
it's,
you've
it's less effort because you're good at maintenance and you're bad at the other thing.
until you got to clean a load of dog turds out of your maintenance.
Maybe you
box.
shouldn't have dog turds on the floor. How about that?
Well, maybe Cody shouldn't eat all the beef jerkins and put dog turds everywhere. How about that?
He's a good boy and he poops outside, unlike your cat that poops indoors.
Yeah, but she poops in her litter tray.
Burn.
But my cat don't steal food, so you know.
Cats totally do steal food. Okay.
Mine don't. Mine's really good. It's one thing she is good at, luckily.
Your work will be as good as your your work will be as good as your skills to maintain your equipment. Exactly. All right, Gaster Boots is full rune. Yuck. Need those for stuff.
What's a thorn? Oh, caster boots. Why would you be making caster boots?
53 mana, 3% mana regen, 4% mana regen, 3% increased maximum mana, fire resist 6%, 25% magic fine. No run walk though.
Why are you making mana boots?
Because I have a sorceress.
Good day.
Ah,
Why are you always questioning me?
because you're ginger, obviously. And because Charles told me to. Wow.
Good day.
Yeah, I agree. They should introduce some items with some O skills. I think we need Frenzy as an O skill on some sort of item, because I think having like a Frenzy Amazon or...
Positive.
It'd be very
Was that
interesting.
Rose? Yeah, good old rogue's bone. Put that in one of the mules. Those high levels a little bit too high for me. I never understood why the level on that one was so high. Not even
The 20.
It's not even particularly that good of a bow, but like at level 20, it's a little rough to get good use out of a 5 to 11 damage bow.
Yeah, I've noticed there's a lot of bows like that. But I think that one's only good because of the Deadly Strike on it.
I mean, it does have Deadly Strike. It has all res. It has damage to undead. Unfortunately, the damage on it is so low, it's laughable. I mean,
Yeah.
if you were to
They-
put it
they did
together
that
with a lot
of
maybe
low
like
ones.
get like a 4-socketed armor early on and just put on like max damage jewels or something, maybe that you could get good use out of the DS. You'd have to get your damage from somewhere else, unfortunately.
They did that with a lot of the low-level unique bows. A lot of them are like really, really bad low damage. It's weird.
Just hoping for a Sunder charm. I've been farming for like 8 hours now and still don't have a Sunder charm. I got a tomahawk though. And a Norse tenderizer, and I got Maros. I can hardly complain about my drops so far.
Oh, you got
I feel like I've
nice.
gotten some pretty. I got a 25 Maros on off of one of the monsters. Pretty solid mid-tier Maros.
No, can't man at that.
The Norse tenderizer was a solid find also.
What
fun.
did you sock it into it?
Just a ruby jewel.
I would have put a share.
The ruby jewel gave me more damage output, which was what I was looking for.
Wouldn't lightning be higher?
No, because vengeance is
Like,
based off the damage of the weapon.
Ah, yes.
So elemental damage just kind of goes in the wrong direction. Adding the 40% damage jewel, however, increases the damage of the weapon, and then also in turn increases the amount of damage that I'm getting from vengeance. So it works out. I'm at 2,246 to 3,094 vengeance damage at the moment, which is pretty nice.
One thing I wish they'd done with Vengeance is allow you to switch between the elements. So like you could say, I want to do a Vengeance value that's just lightning, and then you could like stack Griffins. And...
You can totally do that. Hey, thanks for the raid, Godenheim.
Yeah, but it does all 3 elements. That's the thing.
So it does all 3 elements, yes. But the thing is that if you wanted to specialize in one specific element, you could do that by stacking the respective synergy. So when it comes to vengeance, you get a huge bonus for vengeance.
Yes.
Per synergy. It's 10% per synergy point, right? So in this particular case, if you wanted to stack lightning, fire, or cold, the easiest way to do that is to stack all of your points in resist lightning, resist cold, or resist fire, respectively. Yeah. And I actually do this. So what I do is I don't actually put any points in resist cold, because cold is the one resistance that doesn't break for the most part. So when I run up to something with conviction that's like 9 times out of 10, it will not break the resistance. So I have 17 points so far into resist lightning, and I've got 8 points in resist fire. So I'm basically giving it more lightning than I am anything else. And then I'm also stacking fire as well, but I'm ignoring the cold. And while it does still have some cold damage in it, like I'm stacking the other elements higher deliberately. And it's working, and it works out quite nicely because the lightning tends to be the higher damage one anyway. It's also the one that's the easiest to break in the majority of situations. So if you come across the lightning immune monster, it actually breaks.
It's a shame that Crescent Moon's got really bad ED, because that would be so cool doing like Griffin's Crescent Moon, and then doing Lightning Vengeance.
I mean, you would need to put Vengeance. You would need to put Crescent Moon in not a Phase Blade.
Oh no,
it would have to be in. It would have to be in like a
Cryptic Sword or something.
Trying to think here. Probably, yeah. Cryptic Sword would be a good choice, or you could do like a. I'm not sure which one has the best damage range. Mythic or
got
Conquest.
nice min to max. I think
they're all good, honestly. So I
think
really
Mythic's
matters.
the in between. I think Conquest is higher damage, but it's slower. Mythic's medium speed and medium damage, and then Cryptic's low.
I think they're actually all about the same average damage. I think it's the range. So Cryptic has a really bad range. It's like really high, like lightning. And it has like a really low end too, so it hits like a wet noodle sometimes.
Yeah. I think Mythic's probably the best out of all of them, though. Oh, Rakinishu. Congrats on the Maras.
Yeah, it was a really good find. I mean, that's an account-wide thing right there. I can transfer the Maras between like all my characters basically at this point.
I haven't even found one this ladder, so you're doing better than me. Then your burr runes are fake, so I'm still doing better.
My burr runes are real.
They're fake.
They are 100% legitimate. Just like my free lives that I got in Mario Brothers by jumping on that shell up the steps over and over again, okay?
Oh, God.
You're just jealous you can't do the shell trick, that's all.
We're thinking of trying the self-wheeled infinity Amazon, but like, do you need griffins? Because if I don't need griffins, I was thinking of going with Crown of Ages.
You don't get griffins with the self-built Infinity Amazon now.
Yeah, because I was thinking like Crown of Ages.
It's overkill on the negative res, because you're going to get the negative res from the weapon itself, which is negative 55%, and then you're going to get the negative from the conviction too. And the two together are just massive. Like when you get that set up, like you're already pretty much just you're in there. Like,
Yeah,
you know, the extra negative lightning res from the griffins would be nice, but you could always just do like Crown of Ages with 2 facets in it, and you're really only missing out on like 15% negative res.
You know, I was thinking that or like Valkyrie for the fast run walk. Like, there's so many options. But obviously, because you've got no shield, you need to try and make up some defense, which was what I was thinking of the Crown of Ages. But it's really high strength, so I don't know.
It's not that big of a deal.
True.
It's really not. Like, honestly, the strength requirements are kind of like, eh. It's only, was it 174, I think?
Something like that.
You're gonna have close to that anyway, wielding the self-wheeled Infinity. Like an F, oh sorry, not an F, but like if you're probably gonna make it in either a man catcher or a mat pike or mat spear, one or the other, because you want speed.
Yeah, one of the mat spear.
You want spear, you don't have speed, you don't want the other. And honestly, the requirements on those are really high anyway. So you're gonna be pretty close to that number already. I can't remember which one's
like
the
a
lower
very interesting
requirements, but Mat, Posh, Spear, D2R. So the requirements on a Mat Spear are 114 strength, 142 dex, and then if you go with the my personal preference is the what is it, the man catcher.
Yeah, but then you lose out on the extra skills.
Doesn't matter, the man catcher's faster. The man catcher is 132 strength and 134 dex, so you're already going to be pretty high if you go with those.
Yeah.
The thing about elemental skills is that elemental skills don't care about the damage of the weapon, they only care about the speed of the weapon. So when you're dishing out 5,000 elemental damage, if you can dish out 2 shots of 5,000 versus 3 shots of 5,000, the 3 shots is going to win every single time. The 3 skills that you get from the Mat Spear don't make up for the fact that you can attack like multiple extra times with the man catcher.
True.
It ends up being a wash, from what I understand. People have done the math on them, and basically what it comes down to is it's a math equation of it doesn't matter, because literally the damage that you gain from the +3 skills is lost, but then the speed that you gain from the man catcher makes up for the +3 skills, and it basically just ends up being the same.
I'd have to see how much IES I'd have to get with man catcher to hit like the fastest frame.
It's low. It's really low. It's a -20 base, so.
Because that would be interesting, like a High Lords and 220 gloves or something. I guess T-Gods? Maybe Arachnids, depending. And then Chains of Honor. I know everyone goes Enigma for the faster run walk, but I think you'd need the res.
That's usually why I recommend Crown over Griffins as well, because you get a lot of nice resistances there.
Yeah, that is true, and a bit of DR. I could even lose a skill and go for Dungos as well, get a bit of extra DR, but I'll have a look into it. Might be my starter for next season.
I did a video on it if you want to check it out. I'm sure you could figure it out from there.
Yeah, I'll have a look in a bit. 'Cause it would be fun. I've never done one. I did the physical version, which was a lot of fun, but I want to do the lightning version of it. obviously throwing javelins is, there's nothing like seeing them go all over the screen, but I want to try something different.
I mean, this season I did a physical spears on that did basically just the javelins instead.
I can't.
And
Yes.
it actually worked
Yeah,
out
that's
pretty
fun.
well.
It's nice to try different things. It's what keeps it interesting. Was that a one to bone spirit charm?
Your mama's interesting.
You hacker.
God,
Thanks.
back it up. Good luck, don't rip. I'll try not to rip. These monsters don't make it easy with their amp damage and extra strong. Freaking, yeah, was it yesterday? Oh my god, I came across the Hephaestus, the armor, clapped my booty cheek so hard, I think I need rehab.
Thanks.
He was like everything that you hope that a monster is not, all in one package.
Bone skin.
He was extra strong, he was spectral hit, he was cursed, and he had might aura.
Oh, lovely.
So he was hitting me with massive amounts of physical damage, massive amounts of elemental damage. He cursed me and stripped away my physical resistance. I mean, like, I was like, the only thing he was missing was extra fast. That was it. If he had extra fast, I don't think I ever would have killed him. I think that would have been it. I would have been done. Cooked. Your goose has been cooked. It would have been a very sad goose cooker. Blue light plates. Lower resist charges. Interesting. Level 2. 75 charges. What's the maximum lower resist charges you can get?
No idea, actually.
Resist D2R. Let's check it out. Ammo's on the bison.
Isn't it
Blind
like
you all.
75 or something?
Blind charges. According to this, if you get it on a wand, the highest you can get is level 3 charges with 82. So level 2 charges with 75 is mid. Level 3 with 82 charges would be the highest. Although it says here that you can also get... No, that's minimum eye level. So level 3 is the highest. Max Shadow Master to tank out Uber Diablo. She does have pretty good resistances.
I'm not keen on the Shadow Masters. I find that they act a bit dumb and they go the wrong way.
I did some testing on them the other day, and I found out that their damage is actually better than yours.
Oh, the damage is good, but
So they're able
just
to
don't like
use
the
your
AI.
skills at a higher level than you, which is something that
well, that's just rude.
like I don't even know how to explain it. Like it's so much of a higher level than yours that it puts yours to shame. So basically, they don't have a cap on their synergy of like normally like you get like level 20 is the highest synergy that you can get. They don't have that cap. That cap doesn't exist in them. So basically what you have to do is you have to use the ability, and once you use the ability, then you can... what's the term? Once you use the ability, they get access to that as their synergy. So let's say you have like a level 20 skill, and then you've got like 20 more skill points from various things, and so you're at level 40 with that skill. Like Charge Bolt Sentry, for instance. So if you cast Charge Bolt Sentry at least one time in their presence, it now becomes a synergy for them at the level that you have cast it at. So basically they get access to like the full synergy, and so like all you have to do basically is you just have to pre-cast all of your abilities that act as synergies for anything that they're using. So for instance, like with Lightning Sentry, you would have to precast Shockweb, you would have to precast Fire Blast, you would have to precast Charge Bolt Sentry, and then you would have to precast Lightning Sentry with them up. And then once you do that, they gain access to the synergy bonuses of all of your abilities, and they are now casting Lightning Sentry much higher than yours. Much higher than yours. Like in excess of 2 to 3 times the damage value that yours does.
That's just not fair.
And so I basically found out, like, through that like, you could pretty much, like, a lot of people, because I hear a lot of people complain about it. They're like, wah, I don't want my Shadow Master to take my trap slots because my traps are so much better than theirs. Actually, as it turned out, their traps are way better than yours.
That's crazy.
And they should be complaining that you're taking up their slots. God, what's the max lockets on the Ogre Axe? Is it 3?
4. I believe it's 4.
It's 3.
Is it 3? Really?
Yeah, it's 3. Yeah.
Why am I thinking 4?
Best that it can get is a hustle. It would be a pretty decent hustle base, but that's about it.
Give you a bit more attack speed. And AR. Yeah. You might as well hit like a truck.
Are the Shadow Warrior's Blade Sentinels better than yours? Yes. As long as you precast everything so that your Shadow Warrior has access to all the synergies. Breaking news. What is breaking news? There's an Amazon Prime Days going on right now, and I'm so underwhelmed. Like I don't even want to go look. Most of the time, it's just junk that nobody wants.
That is true.
Oh well, look, 36% off Glad trash bags. Like scroll through the list and I just like don't see anything that I would be even remotely interested in.
No, most of it's junk.
Brazilian bum bum cream. 15%.
Oh, you
off.
definitely did that.
You want some Brazilian bum bum cream?
Give it to Cody.
Little bit of Brazilian bum bum cream for your bum bum. Gonna get some bum cream. Hunting earmuffs. I definitely need those. Wow. Interesting. Apparently a lot of people are getting upset about the DEI, which is the, what is it, diversity, equality, inclusion, stuff because apparently, like, there were people that were put on the Trump security team that didn't really deserve to be there because they were hired through the DEI, and a lot of people are saying that you know, like, you need to be qualified for the position that you're going into, especially when someone's life is at stake.
Oh yeah, definitely. You wouldn't want a garbage man protecting your life, would you?
Well, it's not necessarily that. It's like you don't put someone in a position that they're not qualified for just simply because you want to have like a woman or a black person or, you know, like a minority or whatever in that position, just simply because you want to have that, you know, specific minority in that position. But you don't do that in a position where lives are at stake, like in the Secret Service.
That's just stupid.
But apparently Microsoft fired their DEI team. Microsoft reportedly laid off its entire internal DEI team. Interesting. I mean, it's something that I've heard other people say too. Like, I think Elon Musk had a post about this. You know, he was like,
I think if you qualified,
he basically said something
that's
along the
what
lines of like, you know, when you're trying to do a diversity hire, he goes, you don't do a diversity hire in a position where people's lives are at stake. And I think what he said specifically was is that to do this you have to lower the qualifications for the position. And he's like, he said you don't lower the qualifications for a position that is, you know, an important one where people's lives are at stake. Because if you lower, like for instance, like he used a doctor as an example. So like if you lower the qualifications for becoming a doctor so that you can hire diversity hires, you are now lowering the qualifications of the doctor position, and more people die as a result. Because you can't you know, put people's lives at stake just simply because you want to hire somebody for a position that doesn't belong there.
I think you should get hired because you have the qualifications for that position. End of. Shouldn't matter whether you're white, black, Hispanic,
it
whatever.
really comes down to, is somebody's life at stake? Like, that's what it really comes down to.
I think for any job, it shouldn't matter about diversity. It should matter, have you got the qualifications for this job? That should be all that matters.
I mean, I would say, this is just my take on this, is that it doesn't necessarily matter if you have the qualifications for the position, if the position is not important. I mean, if you don't have the qualifications for a McDonald's, like, fry cook job, I mean, you can always learn. And you can learn on the job, and you can make mistakes.
Yeah,
and the
things,
the people who are hiring you can hire you under the, you know, understanding that they're training you for the position, right? But if you're being hired for a position where people's lives are at stake, like a doctor or a you know, Secret Service agent, like, at that point, you know, like, you need to be qualified for the position when you're hired. This isn't an on-the-job training situation.
No, you want the highest qualified people you can possibly get. You know, special forces.
Well, then in the case of the Secret Service, like, it also is a size thing. Like, when you're a bodyguard, you have to be able to block your, you know, the person that you're bodyguarding. So, like, some of these people are just too small to be effective bodyguards unless they're bodyguarding a midget. I mean, I don't really know what to tell them. Yeah, DEI nuclear launch technician. There you go. That'll really get them. Oh yeah, this is the one where it's like 10 trillion miles away. Oh god. Ugh. Do I want to farm frickin' terrorized Mephisto that badly?
No, probably not.
I mean, I could try and run there, and if I get caught, I can always just save an exit, but there are frickin' dolls galore down here.
That's why I hate the place.
Yeah, but it's terrorized, and I'd like to get, like, some TZ Mephisto runs. That'd be good.
Maybe he'll drop that blue Shaco.
I need a key.
5% magic find with 18 defense. Okay.
Thanks.
That holy freeze. Holy Freeze is such a nasty one.
Well, I like the Holy Freeze Merc. Very useful ability.
Did you know that if you don't have the mana to cast Holy Shield and you try and cast Holy Shield, your paladin just swings?
Well, that's weird.
Look, I'm doing it right now. Look. I'm just pressing F1. This is my Holy Shield button. You see him swinging?
Weird.
I have no idea. I guess Holy Shield is technically a melee ability.
I still wish they would change it so that your auras can be on the left side. Because I hate hitting stuff and then I constantly pick up garbage that I don't want to pick up because I'm clicking. It bugs me so much.
Good old champions.
I need a key.
Yeah, you can pick up some potions. Let's go sell this. Oh, I got keys.
Yeah, no any cube.
I'm not sure how well I'll do against Mephisto. Also hoping my mercenary doesn't bite the dust. Would be nice.
We shall see.
Tired of spending 50,000 gold on him every single time he dies. Oh, I got a unique item. The Death Spade. Solid low-level axe. +4 mana after each kill. Oh, not really that good for high-level characters, but whatever. Might go kill Mayfer Dragon Hand. What's up, Mayfer? I hear your pimp hand is strong. Too bad my pimp hand is stronger. Okay, I'm not here to fight you guys anyway. I just wanted to kill your elite. Uh-huh. I mean, there are ways to fight against Hydras in D2. Like, there's some ways that you can basically cancel out their damage entirely. It has to do with the fact that Hydras are, what do you call it? Low damage, high number, or high quantity. So if you have large amounts of damage reduction in the small numbers, so like the, I'm trying to think if I got any on. I don't know if I have any on. But physical damage reduced and magic damage reduced, small numbers make a huge difference when you're dealing with Hydras, because it allows you to cancel out large portions of the Hydra's abilities. It's actually pretty dang effective. You can actually get it to the point where it will completely cancel out, like 100% the damage from Hydras. You just have to get it high enough. And once you get it high enough, they just don't do any damage anymore. They just do none. 0. kill the elites as I go through too. Why not?
May as well.
Ooh, that was ham. Amp plus dolls is never good.
Nothing wrong with that. You'll be fine.
I will not be fine.
You're such a wuss. Those aren't that bad.
They're mean. They're mean and they're mean. Oh great, the Might Horror was not coming from these guys.
I am overburdened.
Scary. I'll take all the potions, please. I like to convert them all as fast as possible so they start casting the hydras on the enemy instead of on me. It's another way I fight back against the hydras. And make them use them on somebody else.
Wrong what?
I am overburdened.
35k in the bank. That Luna's probably worth 35,000 gold too. Shields, I don't know why elite shields are usually worth a lot of money. I could be wrong, but yeah, 35,000 gold for just a little Luna shield, little garbage shield. Ornate plate's always worth 35k, and I'm pretty sure this scepter's worth 35k too.
Scepters are pretty good for money.
There's potions while I'm in town. I need some potions before I take on my Fisto. Lock in the chest. That's not what I meant to do at all. Do the lightning, do the physical. Too bad I don't care. I don't care about none of that Jimmy Jams that you be talking about. None of them gimme hams, and I don't wanna. Actually, I'm kind of hungry. I need some ham. You got some ham?
Wait, ham?
Ham.
Ham?
Ham.
Yummy ham?
May Fosterlies. Remember, we've officially changed the name of all the primevals. Okay, it's no longer Bale, it's Dale. Alright, it's no longer Diablo, it's Babablo.
Okay.
And it's Meffy Peppy. Okay, it's Meffy. Meffy, Babablo, and Dale. Alright, those are their new names. Meffy, Babablo, and Bale. And Dale. And Bale. Dale. Get close to me having to go. Yeah, maybe like one more run in me. history. Oh, we got 2 elites. Lion, Voidbringer, and his friends. Nice little a champagne pack. Tancred's armor.
I am overburdened.
I am collecting all the sets, so Tancred's spine is definitely something I want to pick up at least once. I was laughing because somebody posted a picture of it was like some sort of meeting between like President Putin and I think it was like the president of the emperor or whatever the hell it is of the Chinese government, and basically like they had like their security details with them, and the Russian guard is walking up and he's this big burly like, you know, giant, like 6'9", 7 foot tall, like Russian man, you know, like what you would expect from Russia, you know, like Russia, in Russia, man, burly you know, like he's huge, right? Wide, broad as a brick house, right? He walks up to the other security guard, who's the Chinese security guard, and the Chinese security guard is like the same exact size, stature, and like width of the Russian guy, and like I kind of chuckled to myself. I'm like, where the hell did they find a Chinese guy that was that like big? Like he was huge, ridiculous. And I'm like, and then I was thinking about like, you know, like the assassination attempt on Trump, and I was thinking about that little tiny little girl in the front, and I'm like, they got to be laughing at us at this point. Like we're pretty much the laughing stock. They're like, why? They're like, why do they have little tiny girl guarding huge man? Need big burly man to guard. Need strong man. Why do tiny man? Wait, is man or is woman? Does not matter. Is too small. And then they pull out like their female like bodyguards in Russia, and their female bodyguards in Russia are like bigger than the male ones. In Soviet Russia, bodyguard you. Like 7'7", like female bodyguard. Bigger than the male ones. Look like a bear. We call this one bear. She's big. She's big lady.
He both man and woman.
Bonks. Get shattered. Watch me find like a 1540 on offline. I'll laugh. I'm gonna use it too.
Cry.
Thanks.
I'll find something good to put it in.
Put it in Wirt's leg.
Honestly, best thing for a 1540, like if you only got one, throw it in a G-face.
Sure.
I think it's a pretty solid. That's a pretty solid G-face play. Apparently Mephisto has seen me. I'm amped at the moment, though. I don't want to play with it. Ow. That little ghost that comes out and smacks you in the back of the head in the Mephisto's throne room. I guess because I was cursed. He just smacked me in the back of the head, took like 75% of my life away.
Yeah, that ghost thing's weird. And it hurts.
Just be smacking me in the back of the head. The sheep scream. The scream of sheepliness. I rejected your sheep scream. Rejected it. Your sheep scream has been rejected. Meffy Peffy gonna drop a Shaco? Meffy Peffy needs to drop me a Shaco. He said so I can do it again. You fool. You fool. Have we created an infinite loop?
You fool of a toque.
You fool. Too many dollies. I don't want to play with you guys. You're mean. So many dollies. They do what they must because they're evil. They just want to be evil. App at your dollies. They follow you and look real mean.
Because they are mean.
John Cena is the worst. Yeah, John Cena's super loud. I think it's broken my eardrums a couple times. Some people are really tricksy, like little hobbitses with the sound effects too, and they wait for like just the right moment to do the effects. And it's like so perfectly timed. Like I'll be trying to listen to some dialogue and I'll turn the volume up. And I'm like, hold on, let me turn the volume up so I can listen to this dialogue real quick. And then they'll John Cena me while I'm like, with my hand in my ear trying to hear what the hell the person's saying. Fucking trolls.
I can't.
Trolls. They shattered my merc. They're so rude. Some shark skin gloves. I could do another blood. I'm out of rubies at the moment though. Another skill point. One more skill point for the barbecue. We need more holy shield. Just our armor value is just too low. I should probably upgrade the Duriel shell, but it's such a bad Duriel shell. I don't want to waste my freaking Doojanks on it. Why is there a goat pooting in my chat?
Who knows?
You switch to Twitch to collect points so you can spam some emotes. Okay. I wonder if there's any contests, call contests or gambling things I can do with like points so you guys can earn more points. There's got to be some like games I can put on here with points. I don't know. Let's go kill Mephisto and I'll take a look. Yeah, I'm thinking of something more passive that I don't have to like put my hands in.
Thanks.
Because I'm lazy. And my grubby raccoon paws are always busy. Okay, so.
I'm off to bed. I will talk to you later, Ginger.
Alright, I'm hopping off soon anyway to go to work, so see you later.
Have a good day at work, mate.
White Balrog skin.
Bye, everyone.
180. I mean, it's 35k in the bank. That's what it is. Leave my merc out of this, you turd, May Feppy Peppy. Can't believe you just killed my merc. You are. No, you better give me some good loot. A tiara. Well, it's only 3 modifiers on it, but it's actually pretty dang solid. +2 Amazon, 8% mana leech, and 23 strength. That's actually a very solid circlet. Socket that, maybe put like an rune in it or something. Beffy Peppy gonna drop an IO rune? He did not drop me an IO rune. I want one of those. Speaking of IO, I probably need to make myself a bulwark. So many fireballs. Running from me. Quit running. Okay, well, I need money to, like, fund my merc. Any chance I'm gonna do a build guide on the plague zone you did at the beginning of season? You're talking about my my shield version of a fizz zone. I did a fizz. I'm not really quite sure what you're talking about. Are you talking about my physical plague zone, or are you talking about something else? Alright, let's see if there's any games I can add. I don't know. I really don't know. Like, let me see if I can find something here for Twitch. I think there's like channel points, chinchilla turds. Extensions. Okay. Trying to see if there's any like in-game like chat games that you can play, like gamblers and things like that. Let's try putting in bet. I have to do some research into this and see if I can find anything. Would you rather seems kind of interesting. I just like playing those games. Like, would you rather have $1 million but die tomorrow, or would you rather be poor but live forever? And you're always poor. Poor forever. But you live forever, though. There's a bunch of them in here. I don't know what to do with any of these, to be perfectly honest. This is what's on there right now. We've got only pets. You can have a pet at home. Awesome with only pets. Your viewer can now show their pet. I don't know. Gaijin Games. What is Gaijin Games? New tool, in-game events during streams, to start global rituals or launch orbital drops. What the hell? I have no clue. That must be like an actual game. Found your first Soj? Congratulations, Jesse. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to do some research into it and see what I can find out. I don't know. For tomorrow we're probably going to be playing some more Diablo 2. The day after tomorrow, we've got the release of the information for the Spiritborn, so we'll probably be going over that for Diablo 4. Anyway, as always, I do appreciate you guys and gals joining me for these fun little adventures. Our single-player account is shaping up nicely, and we're going to continue our single-player account, you know, anytime we have the opportunity, basically. And as always, keep watching.